All right, I think we're live. At least we should be. I hope my mic is fixed. I tried messing with it. First, what's up, dude? Oh, face 20. Do I sound fine, by the way? I don't know why. Just give me a sec here. Actually, might need to mute myself for a second here so I can hear myself. Let's do it, vibes. Mute myself for a second here so I can hear myself. I think it's picking up. Mute myself. I think it's going on a loop. I think I sound fine. I think, yeah, it's because my roommate's vacuuming, but I think he's done right now, or like he like just finished. Should be good now, hopefully. I think, yeah, it's okay. I think it's done. That's good. Let's do it, vibes. All right, it should be good now. Probably should just go to bed. Veve got me pissed off with Cash Out. What do you mean? Oh, you just can't. You're not KYC'd yet? Is that the case? So I got these, what do you call them? The ice like circles. I like, it's usually like the ice cubes. Usually get it for like old fashions and stuff like that. Usually it's more like a cube or a circle. I don't know why, but I like putting it in a glass cup and then filling it up with the liquid and then like slowly watching the liquid like seep in through the sides and it like makes funny noises. I don't know. I'm just weird like that. Yo, what up, vibes? Some weird background noise. Yeah, bro. Last video you did had some terrible audio. Good night. Good tonight. Yeah, I don't know what it was, dude. Like, it sounded fine. Like, I tested it because my mic stand broke. So my mic stand that I've had for I don't know, like 3 years, it finally broke. I was literally holding it together with like duct tape and some other shit, and it finally broke. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna order another one on Amazon, which it came like 6 hours later. Like, Amazon is just way too convenient. So I hooked it up and I had to like replug in my mic because temporarily I was using like a different headset. I don't know. Long story short, I tested it because I recorded it once, realized the audio was messed up. I'm like, let me re-record it. So I re-recorded it. I fixed the audio, I thought, re-recorded it, and it sounded fine initially, and then it just sounded super weird. So I'm glad it's fixed now. It just sucks because it's like, that was a video topic I like really wanted to discuss and like get into and all that, and the audio just sounds like shit, so it sucks, but it happens. Sup all, hope all ate well. Okay. It's broken? Your KYC is broken? I mean, you should contact customer support if that's the case. What's your real name? It's just James. All the content creators call me James, or at least people that know me call me James. Weren't you going to get some new equipment? I did. Like, I got a new headset. That was like that was like 2 months ago or something like that. I was like getting a new headset. So I got a new headset. And then the stand thing, it just like broke. Like I like could just hold it up to my mouth, like the microphone, or I could use like, I do have a headset with like a, or actually this one doesn't. My old headset had a microphone on it, but it's like a gamer microphone, right? It doesn't sound great, doesn't have like good quality or anything like that. Like it is what it is. But let me actually log into Ecomeo Wiki really quick. Have you guys been making any moves in the market? Have you guys been preparing? Dude, what is going on with that Disney lenticular card, dude? Like the most recent one. Hell. There you go, I should be logged in. Dude, that thing like skyrocketed in price. Let's see if I can show it off here. Need to double click here. guys full screen this. It's not the time, a time to remember. I think that's, no, it's not. This is it. Amazing, spectacular, whatever. This is the one that has the lower mints. Dude, I did 215 gems. Honestly, I was a bit hesitant to, I honestly skipped this most recent drop. Honestly, mostly because the posters were a bit of a flop on the market. I mean, they're doing well now, but I was pretty surprised that these flopped pretty hard like the day of the drop. And after that, I was like, wait, 50 gems for a 2000 mint limited run vintage posters that are like barely, some of them are barely going above retail, others were sitting around 100. I think just because people like Storybook Land and the Rocket to the Moon is just a meme. And I'm like, I don't know about these lenticulars. I'm like, we already have lenticulars. These lenticulars aren't really like, I don't want to say like aren't based on anything. Like they're obviously based on something, but it's not nearly as like, you know, it's like we already have lenticulars, and these are like, I still don't know what these are. Like, are these like magnets? Are these posters? Are these cards? Like, I still don't know what these are exactly. But yeah, like these are performing really well, and I kind of knew this was going to happen. It was like, no, I'm on that like infinite loop thing. Market. And this is kind of how I thought they would perform. Like barely above box price, like 10 gems above box, where you're making like a 2-3 gem profit at most. This is how I expected pretty much all of them, except for the, I hated how it takes you back to that home screen. This one, I did not expect this one to literally be what, 4 times the price of all the other cards. Just doesn't make sense. I really think those aren't going to hold that value forever. Just again, not financial advice, whatever you guys think is going to happen, but it just seems really obscure that's getting pumped. Someone said that something weird was happening in the, what's it called, in the spaces. Like people were talking about it in spaces or something, so I don't know if there's just like a pump group or something. Jay says, hey man, I'm selling my second FA Superman and hoping to get a UR Steamboat Willie and the whole set. I'll add more gems to get common. I don't know what you mean by that. Are you trying to like trade, or are you trying to like ask someone to buy it off of you? Like off app? I don't know, I don't understand. Will AF15 be 60,000 editions or 30K? It's honestly impossible to tell. I don't think they'll do like a super limited run. I don't think they're going to do like 10,000 or 20. I think what's most likely is, like you said, 30 or 60. I think that honestly the comic is popular enough. It's one of the, it's probably the top 3 most expensive comics literally of all time, right? Like AF15, Action Comics #1, maybe Detective Comics. I think 14 is first appearance of Batman. You know, up there with like Marvel Comics. So it's like the most expensive comics like literally in the world. So if they did 30,000, I'd be okay. 60,000 I think is what's most likely, because Marvel wants to rake in that money, as well as like even at 60,000 mints, I still think the commons will probably get above 50, be around 50, maybe a tiny bit higher. I don't think they'll immediately go run up to like Marvel Comics like numbers, right? Like above like 100 or like 115, 120. So I think even at 60,000 editions, like commons will go for like 50-ish gems. If it was 30k, maybe they'll push like 70. I don't know. Pissed Payouts busted. I want to move gems into Ecomi, but pull 408 of the good card today. Good with the bad. It's on Twitter. Payout down. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Payouts down. I don't know. I don't even have enough gems in my account to like pay out anyway. Hi Vibes, hope you're having a good night. Yeah, I am. Beware having an issue. Some users having used the payout function on web. We are working with provider to resolve. And I almost knew this was going to happen. Like I'm like, all right, it's still technically in beta. Like the web app's in beta, payouts in beta. I almost knew for a fact like this was going to happen. So that's why I remember, I don't know, you can even watch videos of me 2 months ago where it's like, there's probably whales waiting to put money into the app or they're not going to until not only do we have MTL, but they're also going to work out all the kinks with MTL once it's fully released. Because like people are going to put in a bunch of money, and then I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it's like you just don't know, right? Like payouts available, then all of a sudden there's an error, there's an issue, and then something else happens, and then before you know it, like payouts not available for another like 2 months. Like I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but you know, some whales are like that. They want to make sure that everything is crystal clear, perfect before they put in money. Tweet from Veve, finally bought a Steamboat Willie. You are, dude. That's exciting stuff. That's actually really, really cool. I still have mine from drop. I'm just like everyone else, probably a little upset you didn't sell it at 10 and then wait 4 months and you could literally buy 10 more for the same price, but sold UR Vader, pulling investment out, playing with profit only. Let's go. Hey, dude, whatever you need to do, dude. Like I'm not gonna shit on anyone if that takes out money, or if they take out all their money or part of their money, like whatever it is, right? You know, I think for some people in some circumstances, you know, it's like a, you know, even $1,000 or, you know, a couple $1,000 would do a lot of good right now. What up, vibes? I'm holding the whole set from today and yesterday along with 3 UR Vaders. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah, dude. MoFresh, let's go, dude. I honestly, if I did have like a ton of money to put in, I probably would have chased some of these sets. Like they look cool. I probably would have definitely got the vintage posters. I don't know about the lenticulars, just personally. On top of that, the master collector points are a lot, but I've said this before. It's just my personal strategy. You guys can do whatever you want. Is I'm not putting a. If I did chase the set, it would be for master collector points. And honestly, I'm not putting any money exclusively towards master collector points, unless I knew what the numbers were, right? Like, I want to be able to min-max my master collector points and not, because Veve could still change it. To be quite honest, like they might retroactively give you all the points you've earned up to the point where they made the update. So they might say, all right, Secret Rares give 6 points, and then all of a sudden they might change it. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but they could change it because they've already done it once or twice before. Where they say, okay, now you need comic book sets again. Before you needed comic book sets to get a set bonus for comics. Now there is no set bonus for comics, and now it was more about the rarities, right? I mean, they could change it to like, all right, we've changed it to now uncommons are infinitely stackable. They're 1 point each, and all of a sudden that instantly becomes the best stackable thing for master collector points, better than anything else on the app. So that could happen too. Like literally anything could happen. Drivable? I don't know what you mean. Drivable? I was basically saying I'm selling Superman for UR Steamboat. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were just like doing like an offer, or if you're like asking people if they're interested. I was kind of thrown off. I was basically saying I'm selling my Superman for UR Steamboat Willie and the sets. Think that's a good move. I mean, it depends, dude. I will say, dude, like Superman's getting really dumped on, dude. Like it's let me pull it up. It's like really getting dumped on, and like I've been saying this since like really early on. I'm like, dude, like Superman is. People say he's a Grail, but people are treating him like a B tier collectible right now, dude. I don't know if it's just because the 2.5% fee, or maybe he's a little bit on the higher side of mint, so people think they could always just like come back and buy it. But I mean, the fact that this thing is somewhat like 1,000 gems is a bit crazy. I could have sworn this was in like the high 800s like a couple days ago. Part of it could be. I know some people aren't a huge fan of just the more recent like Superman movies. It just seems like DC hasn't been doing a fantastic job over this last like decade making good Superman content. Yet you look at Marvel, they've done a fantastic job handling their IP and like all their characters and, you know, the Marvel Cinematic Universe and all that stuff. It seems like they've done a much better job handling that than like DC has done with Superman. Like all honestly DC really has is like Batman. And it gets to a point where it's like, how many iterations of Batman are we going to see? You know, like, okay, this one's a little bit more like scary and hides in the night. The other one's a bit more of like a noir, like detective crime solving version. It's like, how many different versions on, you know, different spectrums of Batman are we going to see before we kind of get bored and come up with something new and different and original? I don't know. So that could be it. I don't know. That's just my personal tangent about Superman. And yeah, I mean, Star Wars and Marvel and all that stuff is kind of the more recent hotness. So I wouldn't blame you for that, Jace. If you sold a Superman for Steamboat and plus the other two, I mean, you get a nice little set out of it. I know Superman's a set in himself, but I saw Lightyear the other night. Zurg was mean. Fire. God, I haven't seen a Pixar film in like in a while, dude. I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of those movies. Probably it's probably because I don't have any kids or anything like that. Maybe the original Disney castle will be a Grail when they eventually make that 3D version. Possibly. I bought 250,000 Omi today. Let's go. I know someone bought like 1 million Omi the other day. It's really low. It's really low. Johnny Dunn, dude. What's up? Vibing at night. Those pumped. It was wild. Both the ones I got on drop the last 2 days and sold have been pumping. Makes me think whales pumped it since I sold. It must be it. Maybe just don't advertise you sold it. Like, what, instead of saying like, oh, I sold it, be like, yeah, just say you sold it, but secretly you bought like 3 more, so when it pumps, then you can sell it. But yeah, if anyone actually knows like why is that pumping so much? Like, I knew it had like 2/3 of the mints of the, because like the Amazing Nighttime has what? So collectible details. So this one only had 1,331 mints, while the other ones all literally have like 2,000, right? 2,000, you know, it's whatever the year it came out or whatever it resembles. Like this one had 2017 because that's when Coco came out. But still, like even something that has 2/3 of the mints, like it shouldn't be literally 4 times the price of all the other ones. So I know that's, I will admit too, like that one does look better. Quite frankly, like this looks like the most classic version of like the Disney castle, but I know it has music and stuff, so oh well, I don't know. It's sometimes you're wrong, or I'm wrong. That's what I mean. But if you're wrong, it means I'm wrong. I mean, a 3D version being a Grail, not the card. Yeah, I mean and that's the other thing too. It's like, you know, people talk about first on the blockchain and all that stuff. Like, how important is that going to be? I think that's going to be popular to a certain extent. There will be like I do think there will be a handful of collectors that care about first on the blockchain, but are people really going to go to like, I don't know. I think it's Palm NFT or Wax that has like the first appearance of like some like kind of popular, but some like more obscure like DC characters. It's like, are people really going to go on there 5 years from now just to buy it? Or are people going to go on Veve because that is going to be like the Amazon and NFTs, right? For the most part, it's kind of weird. I hate to use this comparison, but it's like I know some people literally pick iPhone just because everyone else has iPhone and everything else is integrated and works around iPhone. Like you can't FaceTime your friends unless you both have iPhone, right? So it's kind of the same thing with Veve in a sense where it's like, I'm gonna buy the first appearance on Veve, even though it's not first on the blockchain. It's still a first appearance on Veve, and that's all that matters because everyone's on Veve, right? Kind of just follow the crowd. I agree, Alson. It'll be crazy when the 3D cat, dude. When the 3D castle comes out, imagine blowing that up and you can actually like walk around. If they actually make the interior like relatively well designed and like there's actually an interior, I think that would be nuts. Dude, it's just the possibilities are endless. I know it sounds like a very like cheesy like Disney line or like term, but it's true. Like honestly, they could do whatever. Great pickup, Jessen. If I'm taking money out, I'm buying Omi. See that too. Spending, yeah. Good evening, JD. Vibes. Hell yeah. I had to stop by support vibes before I pass out for the night. Thanks for stopping by, dude. I know you're probably drinking White Claws out by the golf course and getting wasted, enjoying yourself. You and your Todd and Rizzo. Taking some shots on the green. Hey, me too. That's what's up. Spider-Man do be glossy. Yeah, he looks a little like too shiny. Maybe a little bit too. I know it sounds weird, but maybe a little too shiny. Dude looks like he rolled in some like aluminum foil or something like that. Wrapped himself. Mo Fresh, what's up with Ecomeo Wiki? Why isn't it working right now? Do you know? Oh, I haven't even checked, to be honest. Works for me. I've had it before where I'll try and open something and it just close. Ooh. Yeah, what is going on here? You know what it is? I think it's because whenever this stuff happens, sometimes it's because there is an update like in the API or there's just something weird going on. So, I don't know. Are you guys getting the beta? Are you guys actually going for the airdrop? To be honest, I was thinking about going for the airdrop, and I think I decided to pass. Because honestly, T-Rex and some of the other stuff has pumped a bit, because I should have bought T-Rex when it was at like 10 bucks. But I think what's going to happen, because I really want the T-Rex. To be honest, I couldn't really care less about like the blue and beta like pairing. I really want basically the blue raptor as well as the T-Rex, and like I guess it's cool if I get beta as well. But I mean, mark my words, and Dino already knows. What's up, Dino? I see you down here. My thoughts, my broski, thoughts on today's drop, dude. Really weird. At least that one. I mean, we just talked about it. I mean, you know my thoughts on the cards. It's just super weird. I thought the 3 cards, which they're performing just as I thought they would. They'd probably sit between, all right, like 65 to like 75 gems, like barely above box, where you're making like a 2-3 gem profit. And I thought the other one would like, all right, that one would like might push like 80 or 90 just because that's 2/3 of the mint. I had no idea it was going to push over 200. That one is crazy. Sup, fan? Bam. It's got to be whales buying. All of us can't be trusted to pump something. Yeah. Because I was going to buy the common, which is at 11 already. Because think of it this way. So this is how I view it. Because the Jurassic Park, or at least the T-Rex is at 11. So let's just say you wanted to get the cheapest versions possible just to go for the airdrop. So let's say $9.50 or 9.5 gems. And then you wanted to get, because that's blue, you would have to get the what? Blue common. See, these have already pumped quite a bit. I remember when these were a little bit lower. Yeah. 10. So let's just say, even if you got these at the lowest prices possible, so like let's say you got this at 10, so you've already spent what, 21 gems, and then like you grabbed this for 40 gems. I really think, like, unless you land the rare on the airdrop, I do think the uncommon and common, without even looking at the mint numbers or anything of the airdrop, and because people have already got a whole week heads up on this, I do think like the common and uncommon will go for like 15 gems on the market. And like the rare might push like 25, and then like the ultra rare will of course be over 100 or whatever it is. So unless you have the whole set of all 3, you're not gonna get it, right? So I do think some people might actually, like, if you bought these just for the fact of getting the airdrop, you know, not financial advice, just my thoughts. This is my plan, is I'm just gonna skip the whole airdrop and just buy these, because I think these prices will literally drop by like 60%. Like blue, like this blue common will probably go down to like 8.5 gems, 8 gems, maybe even 7.5. After, like, literally the hour after the airdrop, everyone's just gonna sell them, or like the day after, or maybe some people might wait to confirm for the airdrop to like show proof that they have it. I don't know, but like within the 2 days after the airdrop, or like of the snapshot, people are just gonna dump them on the market, and like I'll be able to buy this attack ready for probably 8.5 gems, maybe even less. JD's in the house, let's go. Austin, I'm hoping for a Steamboat Secret Rare airdrop. I have all 3, got an ultra rare on drop. I thought about getting, because I have the ultra rare for a while. Honestly, I thought I might buy the common and uncommon just to complete the set. I did have the set completed at one point, but I wanted to buy some other stuff, so I knew, I was like, look, I'm not going to sell the ultra rare. I'll sell the common and uncommon. I already have the ultra rare, whatever, but it's Disney's castle. I mean, come on. It's literally a trademark of every movie. It's going to be a classic. Yes, sir. Yeah, iPhone is life. I still have my Android. I don't give a shit about iPhone. When's payout fix? Buy 500k Omi. Veve delaying me. Maybe Omi price will fall while I wait. It could be. That could happen. O-face. Just my thing is, like, people are sometimes overpaying by like, you know, 5 to 10 gems, overpaying on some of these Jurassic Park like NFTs just to get the airdrop, and then when the airdrop comes out, they'll only be able to sell it for like 15 to 20 gems. Then when they sell the other stuff, it's going to be even cheaper than what they bought it for. Then they're going to just like, you're going to basically end up either getting a tiny amount of profit, breaking even, or like barely losing. Like, that's just how I see it. Again, I could be wrong, but Now we'll see if the airdrop was a T-Rex or something like that. I do think it'd perform better because we're getting 2 separate NFTs that already exist independently of 4 different versions, and now we're just getting another 4 versions, but they're just together. I don't know. Not a huge fan of it, but help me out. Is tomorrow a go or a pass? I don't know if I can afford to put 60 gems more in to see it disappear. I don't. What's today? Sunday. So tomorrow's what? Tomorrow's the Spider-Man poster, right? So this is one I thought about getting. No, that's on the 20th, so we got 2 more days. What's tomorrow? Am I missing something? I don't think there's a drop tomorrow, Jared. I mean, the Spider-Man one's on the 20th. Today's the 18th. Yeah, so we have another day. Yeah, we have 1 day, 10 hours before the Spider-Man drop. What's tomorrow? Am I missing something? I don't think so. I don't think there's a drop tomorrow. Unless you're talking about the airdrop. I mean, that's what I've been talking about for the last like 10 minutes. Sold most of my stuff after a Todd and Superman now. Rather hold grails than a bunch of little stuff. Selling my Goofy for such a lost hurt, but while I have Todd and Superman, it'll all be worth. Yeah, Geo, dude. There's been many times where I thought about selling Steamboat Willie or even some of my lenticular cards. Like, I still have my Minnie Mouse lenticular that I bought for 555 gems. And right now it's 93% down or something. What do you think of a Veve Vibes Fantasy Football League? Oof. It sounds like a headache, cool mo, to be honest. I'm not against fantasy football leagues, but I would never want to organize one, or like, I'm not against like participating in one, but I know it takes like a lot of extra free time, and I don't know enough about like the players and all that stuff. So, dude, I like the idea, and I do want to do some more like, you know, community-based stuff, you know, and also do like a Veve like meetup here in Arizona at some point. But just like right now, I've honestly been just job hunting the last like probably less than a week or so. But job hunting for the most part, just so because I do genuinely think people are starting to realize how early we are on Veve, even though we got cash on all that stuff, which is great. Like, there's still a lot of things that we don't have. We you know, Veve hasn't started advertising. We don't have mass adoption yet. You know, Veve and the licensors, like none of the licensors have added like major utility yet. I'm talking like Disney or DC or anything like that. Market's down. There's a lot of bad news and just kind of like a bad rap around NFTs right now. So I think it's going to take a while for some of the stuff to turn around. Like, don't get me wrong, I do think stuff is going to gradually become more positive. We're going to have, you know, peaks and valleys and stuff, obviously. But like, if we're talking like all-time highs again, or if we're talking about just like Veve as a whole just getting like mass adopted on like a very large scale, that's going to take some time. So it's like, would love to be able to put in some like liquidity and stuff to capitalize on it and be able to do fun community-based stuff, because some of it does cost money, you know. Last thing I know was Omi was the clown wanted to sell Ecomi. Last that I know was Omi the clown. Sorry, Omi the clown wanted to sell Ecomi. I think he is giving up. No, he's not giving up. I think it's the site isn't updated for a couple days now. Okay, that could be it. Yeah, I don't think he's necessarily giving up. I think it's kind of a two-part thing. First off, he's done an amazing job. He's given a lot to the community. It was free for a very long time. Then he made it I mean, it was only paid for it was only like a paid feature for like what, 4 or 5 months. But it's getting to the point now where like I think he does want to be with his family a bit more. Like, it is, he's doing the entire website himself. When you look at things like NFT Tracker, like that has 3 developers. At least they said, you know, there's 3 developers working on it. He's just one person with like a family, and on top of that, I do think Veve even said they're going to get to a point where they'll kind of have the API access available to everyone, possibly. I know Omi the Clown for the longest time was like the only person that had access to it, but I do think eventually it's going to be open to everyone. So I think it's, you know, he's not going to be, you know, the only website that's doing this. I know Cherry Charts does have similar access, but like that's a day-by-day thing, not like an hour-by-hour. It's a bit different. So Geo, buy my Superman is on the floor price. Yeah, someone buy Jace's Superman. Someone buy it for him. The 8081, it did catch my eye, but I'm a little picky on mints. I was trying to buy the Todd 808 for 2.5K last night, but it was gone by the time I had the funds up. Man. Market moving. What's up, everybody? What's up, vibes? See, Rios? Yeah, this doesn't look like it's updated. Yeah, looks like it hasn't updated since the stamps, maybe? Maybe not? I don't know. Bubbles is up. Thor, Love and Thunder. Yeah, because what date is this? 16th. Yeah, this stuff is behind. It's 2 days behind. It's only showing up to July 16th. Well, that's kind of pointless now. The dinosaurs will grow long term. I think so too. Wednesday's the drop, yeah. So the airdrop is tomorrow at 8 a.m. Like that's when the snapshot is. So the snapshot is 8 a.m. tomorrow. So basically, what, 11 hours from now? A little bit less than that. 10 hours and 20 minutes from now is the snapshot. Or no. 10 hours and 40 minutes. 20 minutes, whatever. You guys will get what I mean. Is a snapshot. And then we actually get the airdrop the day after. So on Wednesday, they said everyone's getting the airdrop. Everything will grow long term. Exactly, Gio. I mean, certain things will obviously grow more than others, but I do think there are some NFTs. I don't know which ones, but there will be some NFTs that will never see their all-time highs again. Some certain ones just won't, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. Just joined. Did you get today's drop? Are you also going to Decon Anaheim in November? Yeah, so I'm going to be going to Decon. I need to. I think the tickets. I don't know if they're available right now or tomorrow or soon, but I did see the tweet about it. And then no, I didn't even go for today's drop. Honestly, I did not think these would perform at all. These three aren't. So the Time to Remember, Time of Your Life, and From Day to Night are pretty subpar, or like they're just barely above box, right? Like they're hovering around 70 gems. But this Amazing Nighttime Spectacular, I mean, this thing's at 215 right now, and I'm just like, whoa. I mostly skipped it just because I felt like, all right, I know the 1300 mit's gonna go for more, and I thought it would hover a little bit above 100, kind of similar to the vintage posters. I was like, all right, there's like what, maybe a 20% chance I get this, while there's an 80% chance I get the others, and I might make profit. Not sure. Sorry, it's almost midnight for me, my man. Or past midnight for me, gotcha. Everyone loves the dinosaurs. Yeah, I agree. I'm not a huge fan. Like, I don't care about the pairing one. But I would love to get a T-Rex. And, like, I do think people want to pack a Raptors, right? I prefer, like, the Jurassic Park 1. Although Jurassic Park... Was it 2? Honestly, all the Jurassic Park 1 through 3 Raptors were all pretty good, and they're all slightly different too, if you noticed. I know the Jurassic Park 3 ones had like, some of them had like feathers on it. They were different types of Raptors, while the other ones, I think each of the Raptors were different in each of the Jurassic Parks, and they all look cool. Spider-Man poster is an absolute must-have. I do like it. This is one of the 3 I said I would for sure go for, like no matter what. So there was the poster, the House of M comic, as well as Silver Surfer. The Tesseract, as well as the Chimichanga, like Deadpool. As funny as it looks, at 40 gems, I think that's like a hard pass for me personally. I like Deadpool, but I'm not obsessed with him. Like, it's just not for me. Yes, Wednesday Spider-Man drop. Yeah, Wednesday Spider-Man drop. Yes, sir. It's gonna be a game time decision, to be quite honest. If I had to, and I've said that before, I'm gonna have to like really get a feel for like the community sentiment, all that stuff. But Rob Stuff brought up a good point. He said like, why are these dropping at 8 a.m. you know, Pacific time, when San Diego Comic-Con doesn't even open till 11? So it's kind of funny. Like, this drop is actually gonna happen before Comic-Con even starts, I believe, which is kind of interesting. On top of that, like, it's, you know, it's not only is it dropping before it starts, but also all the other drops are going to be available before the doors even open for like the convention. So I don't know. But I think the San Diego Comic-Con, the whole event thing for Veve, it's to get people more involved with, like, I guess what's left in the store, but mostly the market, not so much the drops itself, but also the drops are early. I don't know, but can you briefly explain who gets Airdrop? Do we get them if we have full sets? So how the airdrops work, and they actually explain it. It's probably easier if I actually bring up the tweet. Let me bring it up over here first, and I'll drag it over. I'm sure someone in chat's already probably explained it by the time I'm pulling all this up, but I'll re-explain it too. At least to the best of my knowledge. I kind of would assume they would tweet it again today. Yeah, okay, they did 9 hours ago. So Blue and Beta together will be gifted to current holders of the Jurassic World collectibles. So I think it's easier to explain it this way. So it says common, uncommon, or rare. Holders of at least one collectible from each set. So if you want to get an airdrop of a common, uncommon, or rare, you just have to own one collectible from each set. It doesn't matter. So you need one beta, one blue, and one T-Rex. So one from each 3 set. It doesn't matter what the rarity is. It could be an ultra rare, it could be a common, rare. You can even mix and match, it sounds like. You can get like a common T-Rex and an uncommon Raptor and then a whatever beta. You can get, as long as you have one from each set, you can get a common, uncommon, or rare airdrop. One of the 3. It's kind of like a mini blind box where it's like, you can kind of just get the commons of all of them, and then you get airdropped a rare. There's a chance, but in the ultra rare, the only way to guarantee an ultra rare is you have to own all 3 entire sets of T-Rex, blue, and beta. So you have to own 9. No, it's actually, is it 9? No, all 12 collectibles. All 12 collectibles in order to get the ultra rare. So that's how it is. So if you, like I said, when we were looking at Ecomeo Wiki earlier, if you want to get the bare minimum, you basically just buy the cheapest one, which is probably the uncommon, I would guess. Maybe the common or uncommon of the blue, the beta, as well as the T-Rex, and you'll get airdropped something. Now, I will say these airdrops probably aren't going to perform as well as like maybe some of the independent artist airdrops, because people have already had like a 5, maybe 6 day heads up on this. Unlike the independent artists, which it was heavily hinted, but it was never confirmed that like, oh, we're getting an airdrop. So people just held on to sets. So the mint numbers were much more rare, and yeah. So just a heads up on that. And I will say this, and I've said it before, the second the snapshot and or the airdrop happens, because some people might dump it after the snapshot, some people might dump it after the airdrop to like confirm that they got it first. In case there is a mix-up, they have proof of like, hey, I used to own this, like, can I get my airdrop now, kind of thing. That could be the case. At least I would personally. But it says the airdrop is Wednesday on the 20th, and then the snapshot is tomorrow at 8 a.m. All the collectibles that people bought to get this like common, uncommon, or rare will get dumped immediately after it's done. So just a heads up. So like, don't be surprised if that, you know, that uncommon blue that you bought for, you know, 15 gems all of a sudden goes for like 8 or 9 gems, like literally within 15 minutes after the snapshot. I personally think the San Diego Comic-Con Spider-Man poster is a W. Definitely grabbing one and a rebound if possible. Yeah, it is a cool looking one, right? Like, I do think someone said it's probably one of the best looking posters, like ones that's specifically a poster, right, on the app. And I would agree, it does look really cool, like the whole multiverse thing where he's talking to himself. There's like the Peter Parker, and then there's the Miles Morales version. I don't know all these other versions. Like, I know the Ghost Spider and then Spider Woman. I know this like monkey spider version. There's like a horse spider. There's the spider buggy. Look at that. There's the spider buggy, like the comic. There's Spider-Man 2099. Pretty cool. I don't know what this like silver samurai looking Spider-Man is on the left, but a lot to do for one man that works and most likely has a family. That too. Holy cow. 84K in the top right. No, it's not real. I don't own that much. I was just trolling around at one point. I was just adding like a bunch of wallets and stuff. But no, I do not own that much. You can literally add 1,000 wallets into that account if you wanted to. New Powerpuff series reboot announced earlier. Really? Cool, dude. Flash got completely destroyed because it's a battle statue and the bad news surrounding the movie. I hope it goes back up in a bull market because I have to. Yeah, dude, I haven't, like, dude, I thought about buying it quite a few times. That is one of the collectibles because I'm a big Flash fan myself. I'm a bigger fan of, you know, Barry Allen over some of the other versions of himself. I don't remember the names off the top of my head, but market. Because I told myself I would buy another one if it got below like 40 gems, which it's not at that point yet. But I said, like, all right, if this goes below 40, which it might have gotten somewhat close at some point. It's still FA Flash at the end of the day. It's probably, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the most popular Justice League characters, right? Like Batman, you know, Superman's up there, obviously. So is Batman. So is Wonder Woman. But I don't know. Flash is just personally my favorite character. I would love to buy one and just hold on to it. It's not one of those collectibles I think is like going to go up ridiculously in value, but it's still FA Flash at the end of the day. I know it's a battle statue and it kind of sucks as a battle statue, but it is what it is. Agreed, the first Raptor was better than Blue. The one in the kitchen in the Jurassic Park. One of the original Velociraptors. That's truck's trash. I'm not for me either. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the truck either, like the Chimichangas or whatever. Getting Tesseract to get all 5 stones. Have eye set. Yeah, because what other stones are we missing? I mean, we have the blue stone, we have the green stone, so time stone. I forgot what the blue one. I forgot what each one represents. But like, what? We still need 3 others. Like the red one. That's the blue one. There's a yellow one, and I'm trying to remember what the other color is. Isn't it like a purple or something? But yeah, as of right now, I think we only have 2 of the stones. Just the time stone as well as the blue one, right? Just the Tesseract. That's all we have. So a lot of people are speculating that, like, all right, we have 2 of the 5 time stones, and once you collect them all, then you're gonna get, because how many, am I missing that? Is there 5 or 6 time stones? Not time stones. What are they called? Infinity stones. I know I keep calling them time stones. My bad. Infinity stones. I think I kept on saying time stones. Infinity stones. There is 6. Okay. Space stone, mind stone, reality stone, power stone, time stone, soul stone. See, Clint's got it. I see you, Clint. The stones. So the yellow stone was in the scepter that I think Loki had for a while. Reality stone. Yeah, so we still need what? The yellow, the red, the purple. And what's the other one? I don't know why it's not showing. And the orange. Right now we have the green and the blue, and that's it. So we still got a ways to go, but I mean, that's some interesting speculation. They will have noon drops is why. Do they have noon drops? You know what? Because do you think it's weird that Veve's saying that these are San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, but they also have drops on those same days that are not con exclusives? Is that kind of weird or no? Because I do agree with you, Tucson. I thought it was kind of weird that these are at 8 a.m., but like I do think we're gonna have more comic books. I'm like, it's so strange that we have Comic-Con coming up. It's a 5-day event, 4 or 5-day event, and we have 1 comic dropping. I'm like, that can't be happening. I think what's gonna happen is we are gonna get comic drops at noon on each of the days, or at least 3 of the days, hopefully. Clint, what's up, dude? What up, Vibe? I hope your night's going well. Particular casts seem more promotional, and the Disney posters seem more collectible, but prices don't really reflect that. Yeah, well, at least just this one. Collection, not collection, store, market. Except for this one, Amazing Nighttime, because it is like the original Disney Castle, and it's the lower mint, right? This one really surprised me how well. I knew this would go for more, but not that. This one literally doubled my price prediction. I thought these would go for like 100 or maybe 110, and these are going for 220. So this one really surprised me. I knew all of these would not do as well. I knew all of these would be between 65 to like 75, which, yeah, it's like, that's at 70. That one's at 85, a bit higher. I think it's because it's frozen. This one's at 70, so. And the way the posters panned out, I was kind of like, oh, it's kind of surprising. But the posters are recovering pretty well too. All right, I think these were closer to like 100 or like 105, 110 when they came out. I think a lot of people like Rocket to the Moon for the memes, just, you know, Wed Moon and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I think people are literally buying this Rocket to the Moon just for the memes. Spider-Man poster going for 350 at least. Thoughts on predictions? I have no idea, dude. With the con exclusive and like other people being there, I think it's really gonna be, it's really hard for price predictions on something that early into a convention, right? Because like Steamboat Willie got like really cheap because it was like the third drop of like the whole like Veve Christmas thing. I think it was like the third or fourth drop, so it was like pretty early in the thing. Because usually stuff like that starts high, and then as like, if Veve announces one even semi-big comic during Comic-Con, I do think it would drop. So I think 350 might be a bit high. I think it's a bit high. If I had to give a random number to it, like 100, 120, I don't know. Yellow Mine, yeah. Are you going? No, not San Diego Comic-Con. If I had a... Yeah, it's not cheap to go, let alone the food and the parking and like staying somewhere and all that stuff. So like San Diego Comic-Con, like, and you know, that whole area around the conventions, you guys know if you guys have been to a convention, like they skyrocket the price of everything. First off, you go in there and everything is literally like theater or like theme park level prices. Like a hot dog is like $9 and shit, and parking is expensive and all that stuff. So it's close by, but it was just like too late of a notice for me. But I am going to DCon in November in Anaheim. So even some of us content creators have been kind of talking about like getting an Airbnb, like a good portion of us together to like hang out possibly. So I think that'll be fun. We'll have definitely have some fun live streams if that's the case. If you're looking to buy comics IRL, August 3rd, Edge of Spider-Verse, 1 of 5 releases. It will have a lot of Spider-Man characters throughout the 5 issues. Might be worth it to buy 2 of each. Okay. I don't have any comics in real life. There is I know I've been saying this for a while, a comic shop close by I've been wanting to buy some comics from. I think I might start with some, what are they called, facsimiles or whatever. I might start with like a couple of those. Maybe I'll buy some like really new comic at like a 7 or an 8 rating or something like that, or a 6 or whatever it is. Like I'm down to spend like a it's just hard because like anytime I'm like, yeah, I'll spend a few $100 on that, and I'm like, I could just buy something on Veve with a few $100, or I could just, you know, even a few $100, like you can buy a lot of Omi with just, you know, $400 or $500. Like you can, it's quite a bit of Omi to buy, right? So that's why it's like, okay, I'll go in there, spend a bit of money, but not too much where I'll feel guilty about like not putting it into gems or like Omi instead. I believe issue 1 has the FA of Spider-Man T-Rex. Spider-Man T-Rex. I think I did see that. Not only that, but also on here, yeah, there's Spider T-Rex. Is that Spider T-Rex? I mean, I don't know why he's swimming, and it looks like he has like fins on the top. So is it like Spider T-Rex that's also amphibian? Or maybe that's like part of his web? Maybe it's like a web like mohawk thing? I don't know, but there's also like Spider Monkey. And then there's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Spider-Man looking like up here, flying around. Megazord Spider-Man. It's just getting absurd. I don't know why. Is that Invisible Woman? It's like Spider-Man of the Fantastic Four. I don't know. That's weird. Let's go. You're so right. Just put up my Rare Blue. Can't complain with a 17 gem profit. Yeah, it's up to you. Like, if you want to go for the airdrop, go for it, dude. I think it might perform a bit better than I'm thinking. I will say the rare will do well. I think the common and uncommon will be very low, and like I do think people that bought the dinosaurs at a higher price just to go for the airdrop, if they do land a common and uncommon, I do think unfortunately they will probably just end up losing gems. But if you do land the rare, I do think you can make a profit. And if you go for the ultra rare, or if you already bought it or already owned it or whatever, I have no idea. I think if you're going for the ultra rare set, at that point you're not concerned about money, because I mean it probably costs what, probably 600 gems for the whole set, or 500 gems. Like, you want to buy everything, I think. 710 posts, 3,710 posters. Yeah, Veve keeps 90. Okay, so it's slightly reduced, or it seems more like 90. Yeah, Veve's keeping like 190 posters. 350, no way. Not in this market, in my opinion. I think most people have learned to wait. But don't get me wrong, people are FOMOing, but no way 350 to me. Yeah, like for 450, I mean you can almost buy like a golden moment for 450, right? I mean you can buy a lot of. Just kind of curious what, I'm just out of sheer curiosity, what you can get for 350. But that's the thing, right? You could have new users on the app that just don't realize that 350 is a lot or a little, or like you can buy so many other things with 350, right? I don't know, let's put 300. So what can you buy between 300 to 350? Jeez, I can't believe this SR is up to 300. Fantastic Four number 5 Vibranium variant. 300 gems? Yeah, you can get a Iron Man for 300 gems. Even though Iron Man has way more mints than that poster, I don't know. Me personally, I'd probably take the Iron Man over the poster. And yeah, me personally, I would take the Spider-Man over these other posters, even though I do like the look of Electric Lola, and like all this art looks great. Also, personally, I'd rather have some of my comic book covers be my art pieces rather than like actual posters. Decon Anaheim. LFG, that's my birthday weekend. I have a Pokemon card for you to me. What is it of? I'm trying to think of like a bald Pokemon. Is there any bald Pokemon? Maybe like Ditto or something? I guess Ditto's bald all over. I don't know. I think there'll be a lot more secret rares, or there will be timing bigger drops for after that KYC date. Bro, it's super limited. The posters? Are we talking about the posters, Mo Fresh? Woody getting humiliated at 58. Yeah, dude, I genuinely think that's the hardest thing on this app, is that there's so much competition between comics, between other collectibles, other IPs, all that stuff. It's like, what do I collect? Do I want to get 3 Woodies, or do I want to get a UR Vader, or do I want to get an ultra rare T-Rex? Do I want to get, like, there's so many good things right now for cheap that it's like, I think people are just selling and changing their minds, or just flip-flopping back and forth. I don't know what it is, but like I said before, MTL is here. I do think people are starting to realize that we're still like really early on the app. Yeah, like you think about it, and I think it's mostly because like we've been on the app for some people have been on this app for a year and a half, 2 years. Now for some of these newer people coming onto the app, some of them might not be as, bought in as all of us are. I mean, the people that are honestly talking right here, like at the very bottom of a bear market, are the most dedicated people, right? People are like, oh, Woody's getting humiliated, or this thing is super underpriced. It's like, yeah, we understand it, but a lot of new users don't. Or if we do get new people on the app, they're like, wait, $60 for a collectible when I could just buy a bunch of comics in real life, or buy a card, or do something else with that $60. Like, I don't know. It's gonna take time, honestly, for a lot of people to get bought in, not only to Veve, but just the idea of just like NFTs and digital collectibles and so many things. That's just me personally. Whoa, yeah, that's him. Yeah. I thought the same about physical comic vibes. I went to a comic book store this weekend and they had a 1.0 AF-15 and they were selling it for 30K. I'd rather get Omi and stack gems and Hero. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I'm over Hero. Nothing against Hero, but I think it's so hard to keep up with it, and I think the fact that it doesn't seem, I might keep an eye on just like the digital exclusive cards, because that's really the only thing I was going for. I was buying the packs and just selling them in the secondary market for profit. But yeah, like the fact that like the last couple haven't been doing that well, I'm like, it's kind of losing its luster a bit. I really like the hybrid cards though. I do think that the Decon exclusive ones are going to do really well, and like the art looks great. I will say like the Pride like digital exclusive ones, like the art did not look good, honestly, on most of them. It's Godzilla? You? What? That poster is so sick. I can't wait to get it. Yeah, dude, I'll probably end up going for the poster, but quite frankly, I'm just gonna flip it. Like, probably not gonna hold it super long term. I do want the profit. I do think we're gonna get comics announced here in the near future. So, I mean, if we did get a comic announced, I mean, it would have had to been announced already today in order to prepare for this, right? So, does Onyx count as bald? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Geodude is definitely bald. Geodude, Graveler, and Golem, yeah, they're all bald. Wow, what are you at, 53? Damn. Yeah, dude. I remember people were buying him for like, what, 200-300 back in the day? Now he's even cheaper. Now you've convinced me to go for one. Japanese Spider-Man's Megazord is called Leopardon? Or is it Leopardon? I think it's Leopardon. If you get the chance, look Japanese Spider-Man opening on YouTube. The theme song is sick. Okay. Why don't we just do it right now? I mean, I got YouTube pulled up. It's not going to be super laggy. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Is this it? Trying to find, hold on. This just looks so like silly. Let me see if I can find, is it this one? I'm assuming it's this one, not this one with just a bunch of lyrics. I can't put higher than 480. This one? I sparkle with the flash of Angel?
Change the apart.
Is this Megazord Spider-Man? No, that's just a Megazord. This can't be right.
Spider-Man.
I like the way he runs. Running like this.
Spider-Man.
Hell yeah. Was that it? Was that the correct one, or are you trolling me? I hope that's the correct one. You know, if I get demonetized or if I get copyright struck, like, I don't even care. That was worth it. All right, cool. This has to be it. Also, for some reason, I've been watching a lot of fighting game videos. I don't even play fighting games, but just watching other people talk and play fighting games is infinitely more interesting than actually playing them. Like, I enjoy it so much more. Like, this guy I like this content creator's name is JM Crofts. He talks He literally just played like 20 different fighting games, but I really like it when he covers Marvel versus Capcom, which is one of my favorite fighting games. I'm terrible at it, but I think it's a lot of fun. Check out Italian Spider-Man 2. All right, I'm not gonna check out all that. Okay, maybe I will. Trailer? Okay. This is a meme. There's no way this is real. There's no way this is it's not even real. I'm looking at it. Your hero bombed and pretty much left. It's sitting there. Can only go up at this point. Here as soon as I can see our peace pride. No, I made a mistake. Yeah, dude. I sold some of my pride packs for a small loss. Like I think I bought 10 packs for 500. Then I ended up selling them all. I think for like 450. So I lost $50, but I was already up so much on Hero, so I just kind of left it. I thought I was gonna flip the Disney posters, but I ended up keeping 4 of the 5. You think those will go up? Yeah, they've already gone up. The Disney posters, they've already gone up. And I feel like if you got 4 out of 5, you might as well go 5 out of 5. You know, get the set because if you complete the set, you get an extra 11 MCP because 6 for the secret rare, then an extra 5 for completing the set. Forgot about Geodude? Hell yeah. Geodude. He's amazing in Nuzlocke, which, by the way, I know I did talk about. I was going to game a little bit later tonight. Something I do want to do probably after San Diego Comic-Con / AF15, because we all know we're going to get it August 1st. I might play some game. I might do a little bit of Pokemon, but I'm going to do it in a way where you guys can get involved. Like I'll probably name some of the characters or some of the Pokemon after people in chat and just kind of have fun with it for the most part. But watch Japanese Spider-Man, the live version. He drives a car and has a robot. Is that what all these versions are based off of? That's it. He's going to be in the next Spider-Verse film? No way. Check out Italian Spider-Man. Okay, this is literally Italian Spider-Man. Apparently. It looks literally nothing like Spider-Man. Wow, let me turn this down. Because if it's loud for me, it's loud for you guys.
Italian Spider-Man dell'una scuola normale, semplice, un murderer nel scendi nell'ombra.
This can't be real. All right, I'm done. I'm done with this. It started just becoming obnoxious at that point. It's it can't be real, whatever that is. It can't be like even taken remotely seriously. Also, my thing is kind of messed up here. There it goes. Okay, I'm definitely going for the Spider-Man poster. His name is Takua Yamashiro. Okay. Bought one of each Disney poster, 6 of the Rocket ones. Let's go, dude. Dude, that Rocket one has to be a meme. I think people are buying it just for the memes. Just Austin, not even trying to troll. You can look it up. Sometimes Supeda Man was actually an inspiration for the Power Rangers. Wow. Are you a market analyst? Right now, no. We're just trolling, talking about Italian Spider-Man and I don't know, all these other weird Spider-Mans we got going on. Italian Spider-Man looks like Jack Black and Nacho Libre. Exactly. It just, I don't know what's up with like the weird stash and the terrible outfit. I wanted to watch more Italian Spider-Man. All right, maybe we'll get to like a good part. Hold on. All right, I'm getting, okay, here's what looks like to be a good part of the same video. Why is he drinking? And playing the drums. And eating... I don't know if that was a taco or a... It looked like a pita something? I don't know. You could totally tell they just went to like an arcade and like just put like a really shoddy green screen behind and like actually just use like the arcade like motorcycles that you know you ride. You could only lean left or right, but that's it. And also I like how this in these scenes here in the background, they just have other ninjas from like other films just playing in the background, like flipping around, and that's it. That's just too funny. All right, let's put on some like actual music. That's just too. All right, I'm closing that. Did you make money from flipping the Disney posters? I did. Yeah, I did make money from the Disney posters. I honestly passed on these lenticulars because I thought they were going to flop hard. And so far, 2 of them have flopped. One is doing okay, and the other one's actually doing pretty damn well. The Amazing Bulk is horrible too. Yeah, no thanks. That's where he's like purple, right? He's not green, but he's like purple. I thought they like reversed the colors where he's like purple, but his like shorts are green or something. I don't know. I think that's what the Amazing Bulk is. All right, let me look it up. All right, now you guys got me curious. Like now we're not... Let's see. Look, it's the Amazing Bulk. It's got to be the Amazing Bulk. Close this. Oh, yeah, it's... I know. The Amazing Bulk. I remember there was a lot of like spin-off, like, so whenever like a popular movie will come out, there's a lot of just people that will make really, really bad like third-party spoof like spin-offs of that show. Like there was one called, yeah, like you'll see these all the time. And I think honestly it's mostly to like, I'll go back to it, but I think it's mostly to like probably just trick like grandparents into like buying the wrong film for their kids. Like there's this one called instead of Transformers, this one's called Transmorphers, and I don't even know who these actors or actresses are, but it's just like, so it came out in 07 and 09, which I think that's one of the years that Transformers like 1 and 2 came out. So anytime there's a Transformers film that comes out, like there's just always just a knockoff version. So I think there's just to like trick people that just don't know the difference. So they hear their little kid like, oh, I want to get Transformers on DVD or whatever so I can watch it. You know, the mom or grandma or, you know, the grandparents go out and they're like, oh, I'll go buy it. And they're like, oh, this is the movie, right? Transmorphers? And it looks the same, right? It has like a robot in the front and stuff. The heck? And then same thing here. It's like there's, let me open this. Something called, I guess, the Amazing Bulk instead of the Amazing Hulk or the Incredible Hulk. I remember seeing a little bit of this. It was... This is the trailer to Amazing Bulk.
I never saw purple blood before.
Well, this whole crime scene is one big mystery now.
There was a double homicide last night.
Where'd you find it?
A better question is, how'd you lose it?
We were at the amusement park, out the subway, and a guy popped out of nowhere and robbed us at gunpoint.
I think our Henry murdered the mugger.
General Darwin has been more than gracious with our setbacks. I'm not sure he will be for very much longer.
The government will stop funding this project unless you start showing some goddamn results.
I know you're not gonna believe me, but your dad tried to kill me.
Step aside!
There was a madman by the name Dr. Kang. We believe he is sending a
No!
rocket to the moon.
To the moon! To the moon! Give your moon posters.
It's not what it looks
That's the origination of the moon posters. Not Disneyland. It's from the Amazing Bull.
We're gonna have to take you down to the station.
It's not what it looks like.
What the hell is that?
Well, it ain't Barney the Purple Dinosaur. We're sending you there alone to eliminate.
All right, enough of this. All right, enough of this. All right, back. I think it's Spider-Man is a fan creation from 2007, according to Wikipedia. It's made to look old. Yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't think it was. It could have been old. Yeah. What's your average price sell-off for the Rocket Post sell-out? I don't know. I didn't buy any, so I mean they're already performing way better than I thought. So I mean, to be quite frank, if I owned it now, I would sell it. I don't know what you mean. Italian Spider-Man was done a few years ago. Some filmmakers from Adelaide having a bit of fun with 60s and 70s. Okay, cool. Yeah, he was purple. God, that is just too funny. Dude, just the animation on it is just purposely terrible, and it's just hilarious. What's the peak of Avengers 8 Common Kang? So we could still use Ecomeo Wiki for that, but like Ecomeo Wiki has not been updated the last 2 days. People have talked about that. So we can still see like the all-time high, but we won't see any like recent pricing for it. Let's get this back in. Avengers 8. Base and Fuzzy, I can't imagine how you waste your time off stream. Dude, who knows, dude? Dude, maybe I'd look at purple butt cheeks this whole time. Avengers 8, you said common, okay. The common. It's at 150 right now. We might have to look at like the max. And also, like I said too, like Ecomeo Wiki's, you know, it's not updated, so I'm not sure if this will like even load or if this will. Okay, so it is loading. It's just incredibly wonky. Whoa. What happened here? Oh, this is when I think MTL was announced or something briefly. Or maybe there was... Oh, this is so weird. Dipped. I think this is I kid you not. I think literally this is the day that My Collectibles made a video talking about Avengers 8 Kang. That's when it pumped up from like 134 all the way up to like 190. Very briefly. Then it started trailing back down. There's also a huge amount of listings here. I think that's when Veve announced like the whole KYC thing, and like the last day you'll be able to like fully cash out is not cash out, but like the last day. I think that's when they announced cash out, as well as like the final day you won't need KYC is like the final day, so the 31st is I think here, which was July what 3rd? Oh, something happened here. I don't know how this goes from 90 listings all the way up to 150. Like it just goes up 50 listings just immediately. And then also it goes down immediately. Probably just it got so cheap, I don't know. Purple butt cheeks though. No caps sold. It's a shame. A low edition size should mean scarcity, but instead it just means there is a less chance of idiots willing to destroy a floor to make 5 gems. Pretty much, dude. I really, trust me, like I wanna, and I think it's not so much as like, oh, idiots just want to get rid of them. Well, first off, right now gems are actually worth money. Up until about a month ago, gems were just fake money. Hong Kong Woo, thank you for subscribing. I'm not sure if you're even watching or if you just randomly subscribed to my channel, but I appreciate that. But like gems are now like actually worth money. It's no longer play money. It's no longer, you know, other than, you know, I know there's some issues with cash out right now, but it's no longer just like play money, right? It's like, it's actually worth cash. So I think people were just kind of arbitrarily throwing it around. I do think the huge injection of literally millions, possibly tens of millions of gems getting injected into the market economy that's not backed by the dollar did affect prices a lot too. And I think people got, and dude, so did I. Like for like 4 months straight, I was so used to just constantly flipping. Not 4 months, maybe 2-3 months. just flipping. That's all I would do. Like after I sold my wall, I spent that like 8.5, 9 grand worth of gems and just constantly flip stuff because I was just trying to learn the market and see what would do well long term and short term and this and that. And then when the market started going down, literally the only way to make profit was to either perfectly time that one collectible that was gonna like get a tweet or whatever and like pump it, kind of like you know, each time they talked about what's it called, DeLorean, remember like a few months ago, each time like Veve talked about drivable DeLorean, it would just like pump like 50 gems over the course of like 5-10 minutes, then would like go back down. Yeah, so for a while it's like the only way to get profit is basically playing new drops and kind of selling them off before everyone else got them delivered and stuff. Like it is what it is. And I think people are also realizing too that we're still like really early on the app, and the people that are still around during this bear market are people that have already have a ton of liquidity, either because they were really early in the app and they have 100 TODs, or they're like still putting a little bit of money in. And I don't know, like a lot of people I think are just at their wits end when it comes to putting cash in. I think there are some people that liked Veve, put a little bit of money in, saw how great it was, saw the pump in the market, oh my god, everything's going to the moon. Some people bought it like all-time highs or close to the top, or even stuff on the way down. You know, people are just buying the dip. People bought the last like 27 dips between now and January. So it's like people are in so deep. Of course there's gonna be some people that overextend, but I do think like people are now like they just miss like making a profit, so people are just flipping anything at this point. A guy like you watching that wouldn't even surprise me. Hell yeah, dude. Would you sell those Disney posters to grab an Elsa, or save it up for AF15? The posters that you just bought? I don't know, dude. Poster set is pretty awesome. I'd probably stick with the poster set over Elsa. Like, are you talking about the 4 to the 5 posters you have? I mean, you're getting extra MCP. It's like less. Literally, if you combine all those mint numbers of all the posters together, it's still less than Elsa. Like, Elsa's like 13,000. The posters are like 9,500 or something. So I would stick with the posters. I forgot to tell you, but I was lucky enough to get a spot for one of those free Stickman toy NFTs. I'm getting one on the 27th. Hope for some. Oh, dude, I forgot to apply for that, dude. Oh, well. I completely forgot to, like, I remember looking into it. I had it written down on my phone. I even told, Veve Bros about it, but I completely forgot about, like, the drop day or whatever it is. Like, if there's still time, that'd be awesome, but I completely forgot about it. DeLorean, I got caught holding the bag on the interactive common, sold that for like 20-ish gem loss. Yeah, dude. That was kind of like literally the last few months. The only way to make kind of profit was just like waiting for that perfect tweet to come out of like something that would pump it, and then you buy it before anyone else, and you'd sell it at the top and then be done with it, right? That was kind of me with like the Pride drop. Like right when Veve tweeted like, oh hey, we fixed like the Pride NFTs, I knew they were gonna go up, and I'm like, I'll just pass. I've noticed that like because I have less gems on hand, I've been kind of scared to like make moves and stuff. I don't know why. Because before, when I had like a lot of gems on hand, I was just making moves and I was just like confident and just going for it. I was making a lot of money. So yeah, good to say. Scared money don't make money. No cap 100. I bought them around 50 gems in the marketplace. Hell, it's up to you, dude. I would still say the posters. I would still say the posters. I bought 9 Donalds on drop day. Oof. So you're like me, dude. I bought my Donald for, I think, 1,900. And I thought that was cheap, right? Because remember, they went up to like 2,500. And I'm like, all right, they're below 2K. Let's go. But dude, it's just ridiculous. Still might be time if you join the Discord, especially since you're a streamer. Might be easier to get. Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. I'll check it out after the stream if I don't forget. Maybe. Are you guys excited for Decon? Which ones are you guys going for? I think I've already told you guys which ones I'm going for. I am for sure going for the... I think you guys have kind of convinced me. I think the Spider-Man poster I was always on the fence about, but I do think the Tesseract cube might be okay. It's only 30 gems, but it's, at the end of the day, it's also just a cube. I don't know. I will definitely be going for the comic as well as FA Silver Surfer. Do you think Walt will have utility? If Disney adds utility, I do think Walt will be one of the first ones to have it. Silver Surfer for sure, one rarity. I do like that. I do like the fact that it's just one rarity, and we don't have that like 5 different mint BS that we have, or 5 different rarity BS that we have with like Black Panther, Deadpool, Storm, like all these other ones. I don't mind those, but I kind of miss it when we just got one drop, one NFT drop, and that's it. But it's super rare, or it's gonna be, you know, it's only 6,000 something mints. It's pretty low. I'm sure they will have many more drops during the Comic-Con. I think so too. I do think they're gonna drop some mints at noontime for just comics, and I do have a feeling. I think they're gonna drop 2 or 3 comics throughout Comic-Con, other than just the House of X one. Because if it would feel super weird if like Comic-Con and we get 1 comic drop. What? How do you feel about Silver Surfer, dude? Silver Surfer's great. He hasn't gotten a ton of respect in like the MCU recently. He was in that, of course, that one like Fantastic Four movie, but he is a very beloved character in like the comic book like community. There's people that like Marvel, you know. Not sure how people that like DC like Silver Surfer, but he's a very beloved character. He definitely has like a big time. I think it's just because there's a lot of very interesting storylines and around Silver Surfer, and he's, I think, one of the few characters that's actually connected to like Galactus, and Galactus is also a pretty cool character, right? Whoa, why is this moving? And on top of that, he definitely has like a fan base, like a cult following. I've said this many times before, but he definitely has like a cult following, similar to like, I don't know, like Ghost Rider or something like that, where it's like people know of him, but unless you're, I think, like a big comic book fan, like you just don't really understand how cool he can be, or some of the awesome stories behind it and all that stuff. So I don't know. Silver Surfer for sure. Poster to flip and Silver Surfer. I could see the post, like I could definitely, I'll probably end up flipping the poster, to be quite honest, but I will be keeping Silver Surfer. Like if I get him on drop, I just, it's very hard to see him going below box price. And I'm not sure if I would chase another one in the secondary market. Like if there was genuinely, if they were like going close to box, like would I buy more? I don't know. It's so weird because that ever looming AF15 is not just going to happen August 1st, but it might be like all month. And like people will just like be waiting for it. I don't know. Silver Surfer is awesome in my opinion. His comic has some of my favorite covers. Yeah, it is really, the Silver Surfer Black has got some great looking covers. Is it faster to do it this way? Probably. Let's try it this way. Whoa. Feed, market profile, store, comics. The hell was that noise? Like a little feedback thingy. Silver Surfer Black. At least these covers. I know there's a lot of other Silver Surfer covers, but dude, these ones look awesome. I even said in my favorite comic covers video, Silver Surfer Black Ultra Rare is probably like my number 3 favorite ultra rare, but probably like my number 2 or maybe 3 favorite like ultra rare cover on the app. I just really like the way the blues and purples look. It's also like the colors of my logo and stuff, so that does help. Silver Surfer Black, I like the reflection of like the Fantastic Four off like the board. And dude, Silver Surfer's jacked right there. Look at that arm. I'm not a huge fan of the I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of like the common cover, like the classic. Like looks cool, like the hand part looks kind of cool, but the rest of these just look awesome. There's the sword right there. I forgot what it's called. I think this is the same sword that's supposed to be like in the new Thor movie, but it doesn't look like this at all whatsoever. It's not like symbiote related from what I've heard, but I'm going for everything during Comic-Con. Everyone is hyped in the VV because of KYC. I don't think anything is going under retail. I could probably get on board with that. I'm just not sure about the chimichanga truck. Dude, that's the only one I'm just like, really? I don't know. Do you think people are really gonna, just out of curiosity, T-Breeze, do you think people are gonna go for the chimichanga truck and then keep it above 40 gems? Like throughout the entirety of Comic-Con? Austin, maybe they have some secret IRL drops at the con for people who got their stand. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I mean, I feel like they gotta give out promotional drops or something. Because it just makes sense. Honestly, that is one of the easiest ways to onboard new people is have a promotional code that when they apply it to their new VV account, it gives them an exclusive comic cover or maybe a digital collectible, whatever it is, just for the convention. And that alone, you know, depending on what it is and the mint numbers and whatever, I mean, it gives you like, you know, 40, 50, 30, 100 free gems that people are willing to buy because it's a con exclusive, you know, promotional thing. And then all of a sudden, immediately they have 40 gems. Now they can play drops. Now they can buy stuff in the secondary market. And yeah, I mean, I like that idea. Jeff, just going to the AF15 drop, even if I sell everything, I probably won't have enough to get an SR. Yeah, dude, SR floor, anything below 2K will be immediately bought. Like, immediately bought. So yeah, that's my take. What are these? What are these? Oh. That's weird. As far as anything, I think under 1500 to 2K will get immediately bought, and then it might slow down around like 2500, 3K. I don't know. Like, could it be closer to the SR levels of like Marvel Comics, all that stuff? Maybe. I mean, just the fact that Star Wars comics ran up to 3K, and that wasn't that long ago. Maybe I take that back. Like, maybe anything under like 3.5, 4K will just get bought up immediately. Secret rares, and then above that, it might slow down a bit, but I do think whales will make massive moves on those. Have you noticed the spike in the rare comics over the last couple weeks? A few of them 2x. Interesting. Probably because of. I wish I could look it up, but Ecomeo Wiki is not updated. But I think. My NFT tracker, even though it's not like, I know it's more day by day, but it might give us a somewhat loosely accurate. There's an uncommon, so there's a rare. Yeah, there's quite a few of these going up quite a bit. I wonder if that's just for MCP points. Like, Veve just talked about MCP points not too long ago, and that's why. Oh yeah, went from 15 all the way up to 43. It's strange. Yeah, I'm just looking at the ones that have that increased the highest percentage over the last 48 hours or 24 hours. Let's go to comics. Yeah, first appearance of Doc Ock went up 15 gems, so 42%. It's Monica Rambeau, I think. I forgot. Kang is up quite a bit. Yeah, some are making moves. I think it's just because the talk or the mention of MCP, to be quite honest. Because still, rare comics are by far and away still the cheapest and best way to get Master Collector points. Like, I'm honestly curious to see. God, there was another BB set list. This is it. So many like resources I use just to like kind of keep up with all this stuff. So comics, still. Marvel Team Up #1. What is this? Okay, Marvel Team. So the uncommon. Going for a dollar at one point? I don't know. This might be just like a weird snapshot. Regardless, let's just skip that one. Web of Spider-Man #32. This one is $3 per MCP. Let's look at the collectibles. For sets. I'm not sure if this will have the Disney posters updated. Disney villains. Hong Kong Castle. All right, I think this is off. Because this is just taking the box price. But even then, even if you just strictly just took the box price, like literally if you got the entire Hong Kong set series of these, the set at box price, it's still not as cheap as buying just rare comics. And I realize you can only buy one of each rare comic for the most part, but like the total price of the Disneyland Resort poster collection, 404 gems. It's still 11 gems per Master Collector point. But you can go to rare comics and you're literally getting Master Collector points for $3 per point. So it's like, in my opinion, it's like, all right, if you are going for strictly Master Collector points and you care about nothing else, you're grabbing one of this, one of this, one of this, one of this, one of, like, you can either spend $400 on the posters, which are definitely more collectible and look better and all that stuff, or you could, you know, and get 35 points, or you could probably get, what? Probably 60 points for the same cost if all you did was just buy rare comics. That's a spike in today's market. Oh, couple weeks? Oh, I don't know about a couple weeks. I haven't noticed rares like spiking up that much. Chimichanga Truck will count as a set. Yeah. It's a set, but it's still not, I don't know. It's hard to compare because I do think one-off sets like that, it does help, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong on that Chimichanga thing. It seems like Marvel Mighties is copying Funko Pops. Funko has the same Deadpool truck. Probably. Or is Funko copying Marvel and Marvel is just reusing the assets they already have with Funko Pops and just releasing them as NFTs? It's probably more likely. Did anyone notice that the daylight lenticular don't work in the vault? Does anyone else have this problem? Huh. No, I haven't tried. Silver Surfer Black, rare and ultra rare, finally look like a surfer. True. True. They actually look like a surfer. I don't know, he's in the rare one, he looks pretty jacked. Maybe a little too buff. I don't know. I feel like most surfers, because he looks like straight up like a bodybuilder, like in that picture. Do I still have it up? No, I don't. But I can pull it up. Type in surfer. Suffer? Surfer. Yeah, dude, like that's... I don't know how tall he is, but if he was that jacked, and let's just say he's like 5'10", dude's probably like 220 pounds. I know some of you guys use kilograms and shit like that. I don't know, but you know, here in America we use pounds, obviously. So the guy's like, if he's that jacked, he's probably like 220. If he's like 5'10", I don't know how tall Silver Surfer is. I would imagine he's probably like 6 foot or maybe a bit taller, but he's jacked. I think you'd look more like this. I feel like an actual surfer would look more like this, like more lean, more like the uncommon. Or sorry, no, that is the ultra rare. My bad. Yeah, you think it would look more like the ultra rare than the these are out of order. Uncommon looks cool too. The Deadpool truck is the most risky, but it doesn't have a lot going for it. but it does have a lot going for it. Deadpool movie is coming. First Marvel Mighty with a vehicle. And Deadpool fans has some kind of inside joke with chimichangas. Yeah, it's always, yeah, the Deadpool fans with chimichangas and all that stuff. I don't know. My question is like, can I flip it? To be quite honest, like I like Deadpool, but I don't. You don't like him that much, let's say. SR AF15 will follow the same trajectory as the partner statue did on drop. Drop day 2.5K initial, then 5K. I think so too. I think that'll easily just fly up in price. It should be the most expensive comic, but I still think we don't have enough people and liquidity in the app, especially after this bear market and people just selling shit like at an all-time low, to have it just absolutely skyrocket and just blow Marvel Comics out of the water. Team Up is the Sandman cover. Okay. Yeah, that one just had me confused. For a second, I'm like, is this a airdrop or what the hell was that? Or like a promotional thing? Yeah, Jack's so, dude, he looks jacked right there. I mean, that's, his arm is this big across. Like, it's bigger than his freaking head. I hope to look like that one day. In my prime during football, I probably looked more like the ultra rare. Probably more like the uncommon than the ultra rare. I was pretty lean. I didn't have as much definition on my chest and stuff, but I don't know. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the common. The common, he looks more like he's like made of like liquid or whatever it is. And that's the thing too. I'm not sure like what Silver Surfer is actually like made out of. In a weird way, I know he has like the power cosmic, I believe, because of he adopted like some powers or whatever, being the Herald of Galactus. But I'm not sure like what he's actually made of or like what he's composed of or whatever. So vibes are you and Silver Surfer related? JK? I was actually just about to say, yeah. You got me onto Silver Surfer Black. Now I want those two covers. They're sick looking covers. And dude, like, the ultra rare is 30 gems. Dude, the rare is 17. I really like the ultra rare. I will say that. I really like the ultra rare. I do like the uncommon too. Dude, the uncommon is 4 gems. That's actually a pretty sick looking comic cover for 4 gems. Like, that's pretty cool looking. Those are Fuego. I think I've shown you guys. I think it's actually still under my. Oh, I'm not logged in. I don't think this will matter, but. Log. Come on. Come on. Give me a sec, guys. I'm logging into this. I don't even think it matters, but. I don't think this will work. Let's try this. Forgot my login info on this one. I think I got it. There it goes. The hell? That was so weird. Not that it mattered, but I think I showed you guys before, but I even favorited my, it's another thing I do like is you could have favorites. This was my favorite covers on Veve for comics. So my favorite covers are NYX. I just did like top 3. There's like a lot of other ones I like too, but NYX, Captain America Annual, and then Ghost Rider. Uncommon are these 3, so gotta have the Avengers 8. I do like the Carnage with like the all black background, and then of course X-Men 25. Rares, Ultimate Fallout number 4, literally nothing compares to it. It is by far and away the best rare cover on the app. Nothing even gets close. But the other ones, I do like this Craven one. Like, dude, this Craven one looks nuts. It just looks crazy AF. And just like the red eyes and just like that, I don't know if it's like a machete. I'm trying to remember the actual name of that, the blade. But you actually see Peter Parker's like reflection on the blade too, where he's just like insanely messed up. Strange Academy, I just like the colors on the Strange Academy, and then of course I'm a big X-Men fan. I like having all the villains here as well. Ultra rare, Silver Surfer Black, Ghost Rider again, and I actually do like this Avengers number 47 Vibranium variant. This is the first appearance of Black Knight. I like the white, the red, and the green here. Looks really, really cool. I just like those colors. And of course, the Ghost Rider. The only thing I don't like about this Ghost Rider is that like that front wheel that's like on fire is like really covering up a lot of the logo, or like a lot of the name. But other than that, I like that. I also like the fire chains and stuff. And last but not least, secret rares were kind of hard because honestly, a lot of the secret rares look kind of boring. But these are my 3 favorite secret rare covers. Fire Vibes. Can you believe that? The cheapest UR comics RFA, I think. Cheapest UR comics RFA. Really? Oh, let's check it out. Let's go to all comics. Floor price. Cheapest UR, flip it. Jubilee. Wow. Yeah, Jubilee first appearance is the cheapest. Marauders is not out yet. That's not our first appearance. None of these Fallen Suns are. Neither are these Spider-Mans, I believe. I think this is... I think it's the first appearance of something. I don't remember what. I think it's just Jane Foster as Thor, I believe, but it's not like an actual first appearance, potentially. Magneto on trial. More Spider-Man. First appearance of Miss Marvel. Or Captain Marvel, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's the Avengers, New Mutants. Yeah, it's not a lot of FAs. Night Nurse. I'd say of this whole page, at least that I can remember off the top of my head. I mean, there could be some FAs here that I'm just like really overlooking, but so far, yeah, like Jubilee is a cheap one. What's the cheapest one? Here's some comics to pick up. See if there's any good comics for under 3 gems that are like that I would consider stacking. Dude, Jubilee for $2. Like, I know Jubilee's not a super prevalent character, but she's still like part of that X-Men classic cartoon cast, and I do think that alone. I don't think she'll be at 2 gems forever. I just don't see it. That's just me personally, because I don't think any of these others are FA. Maybe this one? I think this is the first appearance of Mystique. Right? No, it's not. This is a different one. One of the Miss Marvels are first appearance of Mystique. Yeah, you can flip anything dropping this week. Short term, this mini pomp is just a dead cat bounce. As more people KYC, the market will fall gradually. We need more people to sustain these prices. Yeah, like... I know T-Breeze, I think some other people said, I've been saying this legitimately for months. We just need more people on the app. More people, more money, more everything. And the only way that's going to happen is by advertising through Veve, more word of mouth. If licensors start marketing or advertising Veve, if they want to push forward and try to like speed up the process, they could add utility to their NFTs. So if Disney wants to start giving utility to certain golden moments or whatever it is, like there's still so many more things that need to happen for like get actual mass adoption on board. And like I said, I think people are starting to realize like how really early we are, because I actually made this really good comparison. Something like this. There was like a chart of like Bitcoin. This one. This is basically Veve, I think, in a nutshell. Actually, if we open that open link, open image in new tab. This is basically where we are right now. Ooh, I know that's super bright, so I apologize if this is like blinding you guys, but this is basically what Veve is right now. What is this? These first 2 dots are like what? 2020 and then 2021. Very tail end of 2021. Things are sky high. Bitcoin's at 1200. It says spiked to 1200, fell to 687, right? Basically, this is Veve. This is like what? December, January, then it starts slow. It's just immediately spiking down, and the price is slumped. And we're pretty much in this period right here, I think, between these two dots, where it stops here. And the only reason why it stops just absolutely bottoming out is like, oh, we got MTL and some other stuff, and then slowly but surely we need like more stuff to announce, more stuff to announce. Like from here to here took what? A month and a half, 2 months. And then this happened over the last 6 months. I do think this, to get back to where we were, yeah, I don't know. It really depends. I mean, all it takes is a handful of tweets from like Disney or Veve or whatever it is for it to have stuff start really skyrocketing. But like this could take a while to come back to. Like this is basically all-time highs again, right? So I really think, I'm like, dude, I'm like, this is exactly how I view it. It's like went up and just bottomed out, and then this is when smart people bought. I mean, we're thinking, right? Like back in, we're in Bitcoin 2014 when everyone still thought it was a scam and a joke because it dive, you know, nosedive and all that stuff. Like, what the hell am I doing? That's the way I see it personally. Let's go back to this page. Pride Comic is a FA, just can't remember his name. Pride Comic. Is it? I think it's just him coming out as gay. I think that's I don't think it's actually an FA. I think it's just, I mean, he's still in the store. I mean, it's still legitimately in the store. Right? Alpha Flight. Yeah, there's no FA on this. Classic landmark Marvel moment when Northstar publicly announced that he is gay. That's it. There's no FA on this, and it's still in the it's still in the store at $6.99. So yeah, there's no FA on this one. I think Jubilee is a sleeper. Just have to get over the crappy Veve covers. Oh, like the Veve exclusive covers? These ones? I think they look okay. The art style does look a bit different than what we typically get. I'm not sure what we have here, because this is what? That's Wolverine, that's Rogue. I'm not sure who's that on the left. Like, part of me wants to say like Emma Frost, but like she doesn't dress like that. And like Wolverine right here is built like a brick. He's not what you typically see like in like the cartoons and stuff, but like Wolverine in the comics, he's like, I think in the comics he's supposed to be like 5'2", and just like literally like a feral like Wolverine, just like this crazy little like honey badger with just claws, just not giving a shit. But you know, in the comics, especially in the movies, he's much taller. Like Hugh Jackman's like 6 foot, so he's not technically like that. But what's going on, fam? Late night Veve snack. Let's go, Tron. What's good, Skywalker? Yeah. Slava. Once crypto market and general markets pick up again, and people start spending their profits on Veve, posting my Veve NFT did 5x in a week. Videos, we'll have a big jump in users. Yeah, dude, I do think so. We really need crypto to NFT. Like, we need crypto NFT, we need advertising. All that stuff is going to help with mass adoption. And then if we start getting utility via the licensors, because you know Veve doesn't control the utility. Like, it's not like they released an NFT and they're like, oh, we'll just give people Disney Plus. Like, no, it's up to the licensors what they want to do with it. So yeah. Do you believe that Omi follows that chart? Honestly, I have not been watching Omi that closely. I still don't even fully understand how it really works. I still think it's like super low resolution, because right now it's like, no offense, it's just right now being used as an altcoin, and the only ways to really burn it is through Fishes, like what, Fishes, and that like bootleg version of what's the tower defense game where you like send troops and all that stuff. Like, I forgot what that game is called that we have partnered with. It's like cool, but it's all very low resolution, and until we can find a way to like actually have crypto to NFT or Omi to NFT or whatever, right now the only utility it has is like it gets burned. That's its only utility right now, is it gets burned. But I know OUP and all that stuff is coming up here in the next few months, potentially before the end of the year, so we'll see. Pride is 100% still in the store. You're right about coming out. Yeah, that's it. It's his first appearance. Like personally, I don't care about the whole identity politics stuff. It's just, if that's the only redeeming quality about the character, or if that's like their only personality trait, then like I'm just not interested. It's just not an interesting character to me. I'm not gonna spend money on it. I really don't care, like personally. But if they're an interesting character and they just so happen to be whatever, they just happen to be different or not, you know, usual, whatever, then I don't care. As long as they're an interesting character. I much more care about their morals, their value, their struggles, their you know, are they trying to use like the D&D terms of like, are they lawful neutral or neutral good, or are they lawful evil, or are they true neutral, like whatever. Like, you know, I know that's kind of a loose breakdown of kind of like not really personality traits, but just like how people govern themselves. More interested in like that kind of stuff rather than just, oh, this person is just this way. This Epico Regal Clash copy, yeah, that's it. It's just a Clash copy. And like didn't like Clash Royale come out like 6 years ago, so they're kind of late to that bus. 40 people watching, let's throw some good vibes and hit that like button. Yes, sir. Thank you for that. What else is still in the store? I know there's definitely some collectibles in the store. Ooh, Silver Surfer already here. 5 days, 8 hours. His hand looks a bit weird here, but view in 3D. Every time I try to view something in 3D, it just looks wonky. I mean, we can try it. It just like always looks wonky when I try to like view stuff in 3D. Oh, it's actually working. I feel like last time I tried to do it, it didn't work. Smashed the like button 12 minutes ago. Picked up some Omi today. Let's go. I like the video from earlier. Collectible versus merch, but some items blur the lines between the two. For example, the Stormbreaker. Yeah. Now, dude, I'm sorry for the audio on that. I do not know why. It was just dog water, but... Also, I don't know why it's like zooming in. Are there, like, I still don't understand the controls too on like how to make this go up or down. Do you guys know the controls on how to actually make this go up and down? Like it's zooming in on the corner of his surfboard. Is there a way I can actually like move the character like vertically up and down? Like I'm trying, like holding control and left and right mouse button up and down, like nothing seems to work. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Like I said, that hand like right there looks a bit weird. Bro, that angle though. Dude, why you gotta... Bro's got some cheeks. Boy's bringing the bakery to the MCU. Like how they got him in like the T1000 pose as well. But dude, that's a sick thing. I just really wish I could like actually like turn the damn camera, because I kind of want to see what it looks like when it's like laying flat, you know, like what he kind of looks like. But that's cool too. That's really awesome. Vibes, it's always good seeing you, bro. Going to get the kids to bed. Night, brother. And night, V fam. Thanks for stopping by. The 808 Todd was mine, sold and already missed it. Aw, that sucks, dude. You already miss it. You gotta be careful. You might be able to rebuy one for cheaper. Maybe you won't get your 808 back, but... Yeah, dude, I do not know. Dude, this navigating this is lots of mercy. Highly collectible. Lots of mercy. I think you meant Lord have mercy. Is that what you meant? Lord have mercy. Yeah, this is cool. I like it. Oh, it opens up like a new tab. Interesting. But this is cool. I do like the Silver Surfer. That is one I'm definitely going for. And he's a rare, so. Deadpool's Chimichanga truck. I just not sure how I feel about that one, to be honest. I do think this poster could do well. I do, however, think it's definitely a Spidey comic on the first for his day, but I'll wait and see. We'll have to see. I mean, the latest Veve can announce it is July 30th. So not this Saturday, but the Saturday after that. is the absolute latest they could wait if it's August 1st, because they always give us a 48-hour heads up. Now they could announce it like the last day of San Diego Comic-Con if they really wanted to. Nothing says that they can't announce something a week or two in advance, but little cheek Silver Surfer. I'm gonna put him on my DeLorean as a hood. Bro, bringing the cakes, the buns, stuffed hams. Does the cube make sounds? I don't know. Does it play it in the preview? I think it's just this view in 3D. I don't know if these actually like make sounds. Merchandise equals collectible. That's something that Rob Stuff and a few other people talked about too, right? Not collectibles don't start off as collectibles, and if they claim to be, it's usually not the case. But usually merch starts off as merch, then it becomes a collectible through time, through popularity, through if the IP as well as the characters stays relevant. Just me personally, when I look at things like Blue and Beta and all that stuff, it's like I'm trying to see, is there a way like I don't even know if this can like make sound. I'm pressing enter and space and clicking, and I could definitely see people using this as like an ice cube in like I don't know, their Vaultaholics thing, using this like an ice cube in a drink, or if you bought a bunch of these, making like an igloo out of it. I don't know why I'm really getting that like Coca-Cola, like that sphere with like the spinning, like the swirling spinning effect or whatever with this. I don't know why, but it looks kind of cool. It's like sparkly in the middle and stuff, and like I don't know why, but it seems like once okay, it's all like so okay, it's all transparent. I thought like some sides were like more transparent than others. That's the bottom, that's the top. Looks kind of cool. There is a gem on the inside if you zoom in. Is there? Like all the way in, dude. I'm scrolling the wheel and I'm like barely moving in. Dude, I don't see it. Are you trolling me? Also, like, dude, if you guys found out how the hell I can... No, I was wondering if there was. Oh, okay. No, there isn't. No, it's just... There isn't. All right. Kind of see what's No, I was wondering, yeah. Kind of want to see what the chimichanga truck looks like. See what the other side looks like. Maybe there's something funny on the other side, or maybe like in the back of the truck there's something funny. Maybe. Chimichanga, okay. This is on the other side, Deadpool's chimichanga. Chimi con carne, chimi con pollo, chimi con queso, chimi Comic Con. Okay, I like that last little ingredient he has there. So I'm not sure why he has that mustache. Looks like more Italian than anything, but I'm just holding a chimichanga out, a bunch of sauce on it, little Deadpool logo, another one there. Anything underneath? No. Anything on top? Anything inside? Dude, I would laugh if there's like a dead body in here or something like that, just for funsies. Nah, that's it. That'd totally be Deadpool. Serving chimichangas, but there's like a dead person in the back or something funny. I mean, this looks all right, but it's not something I care to collect personally. Imagine this was the FA Deadpool. That would be sickening. Do you think people would be more or less upset that this is the FA Deadpool or the Christmas hat, Christmas sweater outfit Deadpool? Kind of curious. All right, let's close this out. Did I close something else on accident? Are they missing one? Okay, just the comic. That's the one they're missing. Or they have. Do kind of want to look at this. See if there's anything on like the backside. If there's like signatures or anything weird, or maybe it has like a list or like a lineup of all the names of all the different Spider-Mans or something. It's like Spider-Man, Hulk there, and then this one's just oof. I don't know why it looks so okay. It looks a little bit better, but it looks kind of like low res. It looks weird, like when like the parts I zoom in on, like you notice like the far part of that poster looks really like low res. Like even when I turn it more this way, it just changes a lot. When I look at it head on, like Peter Parker looks really detailed, but when I go this way, it gets worse and worse. But I don't expect it to be perfect. Backside has nothing. Spider Dino. Also, Spider-Man Megazord. I dig it. Beyond Amazing Spider-Man. This one looks kind of cool. Still not 100% sure if I should go for it, to be quite honest, but we have a day to think about it. The mint numbers are relatively low, but then again, I mean, we had some 60 gem lenticulars and 50 gem posters not go for a ton recently, at least specific ones. Feed market. Let's see what To the Moon's doing. Last time I saw was whoa. To the Moon was at 2:15 2 hours ago. It's already at 169. You guys remember on stream? Dude, To the Moon was at like 213. 215, 210, like whatever. Like this region, it was right here. Then all of a sudden, that thing just got undercut by like 50 gems in the last 2 hours. That just can't be right. So these are going for sub 10. I'm not a huge fan of the uncommon. I really like the common, which is strange because when I look at the hell? Which is strange because when I look at these collectibles, so look at Jurassic World, I like the common T-Rex because it has his mouth open, but I like the uncommon Raptor, at least blue, because she has her mouth open, like ready to attack and stuff. Blue or beta, not a huge. I'm honestly gonna wait to buy beta after, like, there's honestly no reason for her to be 35 gems. People are just going for the airdrop. I don't know. 34 gems, 35 gems for the comment? No way. I do have a feeling that both of these will go down to 12 gems post snapshot. Like immediately. Like post snapshot, these will go down to 12 gems. You'll have a handful of people that will floor it immediately. So like these will go down to probably 21 or 18, like 18 to 20 gems tomorrow, and then once the airdrop actually happens and people confirm that they got it, then they'll dump it. I have a feeling. What your video from earlier just made me realize something. What if this is merch for Deadpool 3 announcement at Comic-Con? Still not going for it myself, but it could be the case. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm hesitant. I'm like, all right, is this merch or just a collectible? But like, some other people brought up good points. Tucson Collectibles, Rob Stuff, there was another guy that commented on my videos saying, well, all collectibles usually start off as merch, but then as it got more popular, more scarce, more of everything. To be honest, do I see beta being the truth experience? Thank you so much for the sub. Do I see things like beta and blue all of a sudden becoming these amazingly popular things? Like honestly, because they're just remakes, they're renditions. Like most of the stuff that is collectible, to be honest, are the originals of the characters or whatever. It's not usually the relaunched sequel that is a bootleg of a remastered this. It's like, it's just too far removed from like the original or whatever. It's like I mean, these are still the first appearance of Raptors, right? At least first appearance of Beta and Blue. But if they release like the original Raptors or literally any of the Raptors from the original Jurassic Park series, I think those would do really well. Sold my storybook for 138. Hope it comes back to me. Oh, like back down? Like if you're trying to like rebuy it at like 100, you could. Could be the case. But yeah, that's true. So that, I mean, I just made that video, and I know dude, I'm still pissed off that the audio on that sounds god awful. I thought I fixed it because I recorded for 15 minutes, listened to the recording afterward. It sounded terrible. I'm like, all right, let me fix it. And I thought I fixed it. I even recorded myself briefly to listen back, and it sounded fine. Then apparently it just sounded shitty again, but yeah. Rocket to the moon. Let's see where it's at now. Still at 169. You said you sold your storybook? Storybook land? 129. Yeah, these are already starting to get undercut. Like, I don't know. Yeah, all the Jurassic World Dominion. So I'm gonna rebuy all this. Like, I don't need the ultra rare. Like, as cool as it would be to have like the roar and all that stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. I think this alone is just good enough in AR. Like, you take a picture, you're done. Like, I usually don't do too many videos anyway. Yeah, you do the attack ready, or you have like a bunch of raptors and stuff. Though strangely enough, it kind of looks like, I don't know why, but Beta looks more detailed than Blue. You guys notice that? At least like maybe this picture is just like at a bad angle. Let me look at this in 3D. Honestly, I haven't even looked at this one in 3D. For some reason, it just looks like, this almost looks like PS2 graphics, or like, I would say PS1. It's not like Tomb Raider, like, or like, was it Turok or whatever? Great channel, brother. Keep it up. Greetings from OG Veve Amsterdam. Let's go, dude. Thank you for stopping by. I'm also glad Ecomi put out that tweet saying, hey, like, if you're a Veve content creator and you make Veve, or, you know, Ecomi, whatever content consistently, like, go ahead and post your stuff here. And there's a whole lot of content creators I didn't know existed. Like, I'm already subbed to like 35 Veve content creators, and like I still can't keep up with them. So yeah, I don't know why, but like, you guys see this, like, all this like weird texture stretching, and the smoothing just doesn't look very good. And that you could just, like, it seems fine, but like, you would think like these bumps would actually have, these scales would actually look like they would have like little bumps on them. I don't know, I could be wrong. Like, if you look at it very, like, okay, if you look at it from very far away, it's like, okay, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, you do this in AR, you have a picture of your kid and it looks like it's getting cornered by a raptor. Okay, that's funny, whatever. But like, when I look at this, I'm like, it doesn't look that great. But when I look at Beta though, I don't know why it looks like way more detailed. Like, we'll look at the uncommon. Yeah, like, you can actually see like the texture on the nose. Like, there's actually shadow, like shading along the snout, like the nose and like the jaw and everything like that. It's almost like, same thing with like the feet and the hands, like where there's actually like protruding scales. You can actually see like the shadowing. It's not like that at all on Blue. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it doesn't look that much better. Eyes look way bigger though. Probably because it's a baby and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Actually looks kind of the same. This look a little bit better, but not much better than Blue. Stance looks kind of, I don't know what's, it's weird. It looks like his eyes like following you, right? It looks like he's like looking behind him, then it's like in front of him. Oh well. I'm stacking lightsabers. Let's go, dude. That's a good move, especially if you're if I could, I would definitely own this set, and I would probably stack the Luke ones, the Skywalker sabers. I would stack those. Like, there's quite a few, but not as many as you think. If you had 500 gems to spend on collectibles and 500 gems to spend on comics, what would I do? Lightsabers have all been going up. Post, imagine if Yoda needed one. Comment from David Yu. Yeah, let's look at that. I love how just like anything David Yu says or speculates on. Well, Veve Collectibles is out of date, so. Let's see here. I guess we can use this. Good, I might have to start getting friendly with cherry charts if I just type in saber, will it show? Let's go. How much has Yoda gone up? $32. It was 18. It was 18 3 days ago. Oh, it's up to 32. What's it at now? Oops. Go back. You could just go store and just scroll down and find it. This might be a little bit faster. Actually, lightsabers came out a while ago. Take that back. Oh well. Nope, right here. Yoda, where are you at? It's doing this shit again. I really wish there was a way you could actually click here. There's like no way to get to the market from this screen, huh? It just keeps on going view details and it shows you the drop page, which is obnoxious. All right, let's do it this way. I'll get to your question, whoever asked about the guess I'll type in Yoda. I mean, I don't know how much more clear I can make it. Market. 33. Yeah, I mean, it's gone up quite a bit. It's still not above box, but yeah, it definitely helped it quite a bit. All right, if I had 500 gems to spend just strictly on those two things, come on, where the hell is it? There it is. Honestly, so for collectibles, personally right now, I would get into stacking. If I only had 500, like 500 gems isn't enough to like 500 gems isn't enough to like buy some crazy Grail or some like crazy piece that's gonna do like a 50x or some crazy stuff in the future, right? I don't know. Like there's still a lot of good things. So let's do collectibles. If I was stacking, let's just say if I'm trying to stack stuff that's like under 50 gems, I don't know. God, there's a lot. All right, let's do this. Let's pick something that's between 400 and 500. If I had to buy one thing that is between 400 and 500, like out of this list, it'd probably be, I'm leaning Elsa, but like the lower rarity of Spider-Man 2099 and Secret Rare Deadpool is like really nice. I mean, Elsa's just a safe bet. And I think what also helps Elsa is like people were buying this at such a high price that like people aren't going to let go their Elsa until it probably hits like above 2K again. Like there's a lot of people that bought Elsa between like 2 and 3K or 4K like for a while. She didn't hit 4K for very long. So like maybe closer to 1.5 to like 2.5K. Like a lot of people bought her in that range. So people aren't going to let her go. Like I think she could go up quickly because people aren't going to sell her for a massive loss. Same thing with Spider-Man 29. Like people were buying this for, I keep getting him mixed up with like Goofy Lenticular sometimes, where like people bought it for 4K. I think this was a little bit closer to like 2.5. You can't go wrong with any of these. Personally, I'm just leaning towards like Elsa. I know SR Black Panther is big, but I don't know. If we're going for like a stack, I mean, let's just go for like, what's a stack for like under like 20 gems? Let's do like 25 gems. So we can buy So 25 gems will allow us to stack, what, 20 of something? Like, Lokis are pretty decent. FA Lokis. Marvel Mighties. Gosh, there's a lot of these. Not release date. Let's do floor price. I'm just giving you ideas here, right? Like, none of this is financial advice, but I'm just throwing ideas out there. How the hell are these here? This is no pricing. Not Lenectra. Maybe FA Batgirl. I'd get like I would get a few different things. Like I might grab like a couple Batgirls, FA Batgirl. I'm not a huge fan of these like extra Batmans. I don't know. Like not just because it's not FA. It's just like we literally have like what, like 15 Batmans at this point. 100,000 mints of like all of them together. Maybe a few Storms, like the Comment or something like that. I don't know. Loki. Let's go switch to the comics really quick. I know I'm getting behind on chat. Just give me a sec, guys. If I had to buy a comic that's between 400 and 500, a single comic, Avengers 8 or 4, I mean, out of all of these. Although Uncanny X-Men 4 is pretty good too. Like, it's really good. I kind of want to lead Avengers 4. Because this is first appearance of who? Like, a lot of characters, right? Kind of hate how this doesn't have the description of like the Veve description of this stuff. Like, I kind of wish it would tell me what is the FA of this. It doesn't tell me anything. This is not backspacing. I don't know why it does this sometimes. Oh, it's because it's a new tab, that's why. Shit. Yeah, so if I had to buy a singular comic, it'd probably be the Avengers 4 True Believer Secret Rare. This, if I wanted to buy one comic for 500 flat. If we're talking like hard stacking, again, I would go to like stacking comics. Say for like under 10 gems. There's gonna be so many comics under 10 gems. Like, what are the good ones? That's the question. It's a bit hot. It just depends. Like, okay, you could buy what? Like 50 of these? Like, that's still really good. Maybe not 50. Yeah, you could like buy 50 of those, or you can like look for like the really cheap stuff. Like I said, you can buy legitimately 50 of these and still have 400 gems left over. And if these go up 1 gem, you just made 50 gems. Duh. That's how math works. Profit. Because it's so much easier for a comic to go from 2 to 3 gems rather than, you know, something like something to go from 100 to 150 or something like that, or go from basically 100 to 200. Like, it doubles in price. I don't know, I mostly focus on like the FAs. Like for me, like if I was to stack, I wouldn't stack just like one comic and just get like 100 of them. Personally, I would get like, all right, 20 of this, 20 of that, 20 of this. Like that's just what I would do personally. I'd just try and find like the really cheap FAs, like under box price. Last I saw, I could have sworn like Nick Fury's were like below 7. Maybe not. Oh, I think it's Sergeant SGT. Yeah. Okay, they're above 7 now, but there was a brief period of time where I think these were going for like 688 or something like that. Like the Nick Fury's. We're so early, homies. Been thinking of trying cherry charts too. Yeah, like if Ecomeo Wiki is just not going to be updated, then it is what it is. I might have to make a Veve channel someday too. I used to stream on Periscope when Twitter had live streaming. A ton of fun on there. Made friends from around the world. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm thinking of starting, but I'm thinking Should I do it Dutch or English? Maybe do both, or maybe have a section where you do both languages, or I don't know. Or maybe release a video. I know that's a lot of work. Do a video in English, then another one in Dutch. Like, I mean, most of the viewers are going to be in the US for the most part. I mean, I can actually look at my analytics. And I bought Elsa at 2K and I bought more now. Yeah. What do you value a 42 Superman at? I have no idea, Rob Stone. Like low mints, I'm the worst at pricing. I just look at whatever's the surrounding price and I just price it around there. Basically, if something is, if you're trying to like get rid of it ASAP, like you need to undercut all the mints that are probably like mint 70 and lower for the most part. If you're trying to like just get rid of it. But if you want to try and get a premium, you know, you need to price it respectively to like what the other ones are. Also with Easter egg, pencil of Walt. I could have sworn Veve like actually said that that's just an error and it's like not actually a pencil. I think that I'm not 100% sure, but if someone could confirm in chat, I could have sworn that I thought someone at Veve, I don't know if it was Alex or someone else, kind of confirmed like it's not a pen, it's just a graphical error or like a glitch or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Again, I could be wrong. Like, you know, I'm not trying to FUD your investment, but that's just what I've heard. Let's see. But even then, it's like, even if the pen wasn't real, like people are still gonna want Elsa. I got no clue why Elsa's going for more than Iron Man. Simpsons makes 0 cents. What do you mean Simpsons makes 0 cents? Well, Simpsons is owned by Disney. You know, I mean, when they bought Fox and all the other stuff associated with it, it became Disney. That's why it's, a lot of people think, you know, well, Homer's based on Todd McFarlane, it's the first golden moments, da 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 da. It's like, are people really going to pay a, what, 20, 30, 40% premium because of those kind of like arbitrary things, right? Like, in my opinion, if something requires explaining, that it's not, if it has to be blatantly obvious, right? Because you want to be able to show off what it is, right? Like if you have to thoroughly explain why something is valuable, then it's not as obviously valuable as it is. First appearance of Darth Vader, you don't need to say anything more than that. First appearance of this, you don't need, you know, all that stuff. You know, first appearance of Batman and the first drop ever on Veve. You don't need to say anything more than that, like literally. But if you have to explain, it's like, well, it's the first drop on, like, I just don't know if that's enough to give it value. I think there is, eventually the community is going to figure out what things are valuable and like what things are more community generated value, right? People are saying like, I know this isn't worth a lot in real life, or it's not a huge IP in real life, but on Veve it's this thing that, you know, it's a big deal or whatever it is. Like I don't know, I just personally don't see it that way. And plus, like when I think of Disney, Homer Simpson isn't like, you know, Simpsons isn't the first thought or the first characters that come to mind, like Homer and Bart. Although they're very classic characters. Like I like watching Simpsons a lot. And if I owned one, cool. I still think it'll do well. I still prefer the original series of golden moments than any of the newer ones. Maybe Donald and Daisy, but same thing with Pooh. Where the hell are my analytics? Just trying to see where my viewers are. Audience. Come on. Oof, it's taking a minute. Luke's lightsaber is not likely to get a likeness figure of Luke like Yoda might, but true, Slava. But still, Luke lightsabers will be something every Star Wars fan would hope to own. Yeah. FA Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver. Okay, cool. Grab a FA Joker. Yeah, that too. It's just hard because that eats up, like, I'm thinking from the perspective of you literally only have $500 to invest, and that's it, right? If you have more money to put in the app, I would just suggest just buying whatever the highest price thing is. It's like, all right, go buy, you know, Elsa, and then go buy Secret Rare Avengers #4. If you're able to put in, like, let's say $500 a week or a month or whatever it is, if you're able to reoccurringly put in money, then just buy the most expensive thing, because you can always double back and stack Furies or whatever like a month from now. Like, could it be a higher price? Sure, but it's better to buy Elsa at 430 than waiting a few months or, you know, later, and then the next thing you know, when you put in money later, now she's at 700 or 800. So my analytics tell me 53% of my viewers are from the US. I mean, I also stream the US time zone. I make videos in the US time zone. The UK is 7.3%, Canada is 6%, Australia 1%. It's kind of weird because it doesn't even add up to 100%, so I'm not sure why it says that. Like, if I add all these percentage points up, it like maybe adds up to 65%. I don't know why it shows that. It just says top geographies. But you guys want to know my age and gender viewership? I can show you guys this information, right? Yeah, I'll show you guys this info. So this is the info. Other channels your audience watches: My Collectibles, Cavell, Superstar Money, all these guys. And so right here it says top. Hell. Top geographies. So United States is 53%. And it shows United Kingdom 7%, 6%. So it doesn't even add up to like 65%. Right? It does. It's probably like 70%. But still, it doesn't add up to 100. Top subtitle CC changes. No changes. Then English, French, I guess. Because there's probably one person out there is translating it to French. Watch time from subscribers. So 65% of my viewers are sub, the other 35% aren't. Age and gender. So my viewers are 99.3% male and then 0.7% female. Most of the age group is between the ages of 25 to 44, it seems, with some people between the ages of 45 to 54 and then 18 to 24. I got no viewers that are under 18, no viewers over 65. Looks like I probably got 4 or 5 people that are 55 and up, but yeah. And these are just all the analytics, at least the stuff that I guess people physically put in for their YouTube channel or whatever. Or if you connect it to like your Google account, I would assume it also pulls the numbers from there. X-Men 4, yeah. X-Men 4, I don't know. Avengers 4 is a big one too. Kylo Sabers 2 because he wears a mask. True. That's another one too. Yeah, Kylo Saber is really cool too, but some people don't like the character too much. I think he's okay. He could have been fleshed out so much better though. I don't know, like if I could just stand on my soapbox, and you guys have heard this 1,000 times, I do not like the writers at Disney or Marvel or Star Wars. It's all terrible. Dude, this guy's got a lot of sabers. You guys see this? Cell wall of sabers at 34 gems from this guy named Hex Loco. Who's this guy? Dude, he's been a member for a while. Apparently has 0 collectibles, full sets too, 77 followers. That guy's got a guy just put up like 25 lightsabers, it seems like. Stag Beetle, good morning all. How are we doing? Big coffee. Buffon sandwich vibe stream we doing this morning, right? Well, it's almost midnight here. What the hell's a Buffon sandwich? I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but I think you mean bacon sandwich, don't you? I typed in Google Buffon sandwich and it says bacon sandwich. I'm like, you probably meant bacon sandwich. That's too funny. I heard that too, that it's not a pen, but really does look like a pen. Yeah, it's a pen. I mean, yeah, you can call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It's still Elsa at the end of the day. Like, the pen is cool, but a lot of dads want to buy Elsas for their daughters as future investment. I heard that. That's definitely potentially true. What are your thoughts on the Sergeant Fury SR. Oh, it's like, should you buy it now or like should you wait? I think it's a fantastic. It's top. I think like 7. One of the most expensive. Why did I click feed? Most expensive comics we have on the app. I think it's behind obviously the big 4 like ASM1, Marvel Comics, both the Fantastic Fours. I think it's behind Daredevil #1. It's not a cheap comic. Like it's definitely up there. It's one of the most expensive comics we have like in real life that's like on BV. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I think we go to store comics. And that's even like its own little like category too. Scroll a little there. Wow, for $235. I mean, not financial advice, but like, I'd rather buy this than like the Kamala Khan, like, like the Kamala Khan like comic that's out. That's like 300 gems right now. Like that is one thing that does kind of confuse me. Oh, it's taking me back to the store or the market. Because where's Marvel Comics? What the hell is that one called again? Forgot the name of that one with Kamala Khan. Not Young Avengers. It's not Miss Marvel. Is it under? No. Captain Marvel? Captain Marvel Team Up Marvels? No, it's not under that either. I forgot what the name of that one is. The writing for episodes 7, 8, and 9 were a joke. Even the actors hated it. Somehow Palpatine returned. Yeah, dude, I still have not seen the last episode, but I have watched an endless amount of reviews on it. I already pretty much know all the story beats and the plot, and it's just like not good. Even the actors hated it. Hey Vibes, do you think FA Cable comic a good stack? I think it's decent. I think getting a soft stack, meaning like you're not getting 50 of them. You know, if you get 2 or 3 or maybe like 5 or something like that, I think it's fine. If you want to get more, if you have the gems to spend, like do whatever the hell you want. I just have a feeling that unless like Cable makes like a big return, you know, because he was like in the most recent Deadpool movie, right? So unless he like makes a return, which he could, we are getting mutants, and Cable is a time traveling mutant in a way from the future. I mean, that could be, he could be around, let's say. So I kind of like FA Jubilee a bit more. I know they're kind of like the same price, but like she's mostly associated with like the classic X-Men and all that stuff. I don't know. I think it's a fine stack. I just don't know if I would put it, like I wouldn't spend personally like 400 gems stacking Cable comics or something like that. Where's that Cable comic, by the way? I could have sworn these were released in order. Is it way back here? I guess it was. Okay, I guess these are actually in like no particular order. I thought these were in like release order or whatever. I'm just drawing a blank right now. What the hell is it called? Deadpool, dude, what's it called? Dude, my mind is just drawing a blank. Dude, when it gets this late at night, I'm streaming for like 2.5 hours straight. Like my mind just turns into mush, and I'm like trying to think of what stuff is called. Furious Helen, dude, what is New Mutants? Good God. Took me a while to think of that. New Mutants, not New Mutants Animal. Oh. New Mutants. Oh, dude. New Mutants. Alright, that took me a minute. Apologize. I think this one's a fine stack. It's also a Todd McFarlane cover too. If you guys didn't know that, that's also like New Mutants is also a Todd McFarlane cover. I think it says it here. Maybe not, but it definitely says it. Okay, it shows you the exclusive rare covers, but I could have sworn this was a Todd McFarlane cover. Is it not? I think it says it on Go Collect. First appearance of Cable. Maybe not. I could have sworn this was a Todd McFarlane one. Am I wrong on this? I got Secret Rare of Kamala Khan on drop. It's called All New Marvel now. Okay, All New. Gotcha. Dude, maybe I'm just like high. I really thought this was like... Damn. I thought that was a Todd McFarlane cover. Maybe not. Whatever. I'll just type in Todd here. Okay, so this one's signed by Todd McFarlane and Rob Liefeld. Liefeld? Yeah, it says cover pencils. Maybe it's like one of like the alternative art covers, or like maybe it's one of the comic cover variants. That's like by Todd McFarlane or whatever. There's a lot of them are signed by Todd and stuff, or a lot of them says like the artist and writer's Todd, but it doesn't show it on like the CGC or like Go Collect or anything. Oh well, I don't know. New Mutants, also Ultimate Fallout 4 Rare is so ripe to buy right now, so tempting. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of good buys on the market. I do like, I've showed it before, but dude, the Ultimate Fallout Rare is by far and away the best looking comic. Yeah. So there's the Ultra Rare looks cool too. 350. But dude, just the rare. Dude, the rare, I like the look more than the secret rare. Like, I know it has Doctor Doom and Emma Frost and Black Cat. Is that? It's not Electrode, is it? Not Electrode, God. I don't know. And then Mr. Fantastic. Forgot who that guy is in the bottom left. But yeah, I love this cover. I want to buy it. I think I told myself if it ever goes below 100, I'll like instantly buying it. I don't think it actually has gone below 100 at any point. It's gone down to 125. Let's go to all time. I mean, it was way back here. Yeah, it was at 100, but no lower than that. Close this. Let's close that. I'm not sure why it's not coming up, but you're right. It's his art. I don't know why, dude. I can't find it anywhere, but I could have sworn it was his art. So I do think it's a decent stack for that. I do think comic book collectors know that. At least the ones that know of this comic. And if Cable is gonna make another appearance in like Deadpool or some like multiverse thing or whatever, I do think this comic could go up a little bit more. I think that actor that played Cable did a really good job as well. Who's that actor? It's Cable in Deadpool, okay. Nathan Summers. I forgot that he's actually Scott Summers' son. Yeah, I forgot that actor's name, but that actor does a really good job of playing as him. If you guys didn't know that, I'm trying to remember, it was some really like a weird way. It was like Scott Summers. I don't think it's even like Scott Summers and like Jean Grey's like kid. It's like a clone of Jean Grey or something weird like that. And then they made Cable, and then he got some technobabble virus thing that gave him some like psionic abilities and stuff. Like it's kind of, I don't know the whole story about Cable, but he's a pretty interesting character, and he does time travel. He's literally the plot line of like Terminator. He goes back in time to save his future in a weird way, like his like timeline and stuff. So it's kind of cool. And him and obviously him and Bishop get into fights quite a bit. Cool. I'll probably jump off here in 10 minutes because that's exactly midnight. It's funny because I was actually planning on playing some games tonight, but you guys kept me busy in chat just talking about random stuff, which is pretty cool. And I don't know if I want to keep doing these late night streams. I do enjoy doing them, but I don't know how much I can handle like staying up till midnight like every day and all that stuff. But because I know there's people in different time zones, like in who was it earlier that was saying hi, having coffee. Someone was talking about it earlier. Wasn't that high up on the list. Yeah, Stag Beetle, Michael Stevens, was having coffee while I'm about to go to bed. Which reminds me, I need to go buy some more coffee. I literally ran out the other day. So the last couple days I've been just out of sheer just laziness, just been running over to the gas station and getting coffee there. And dude, actually that coffee's like pretty strong. I mean, I just usually just make coffee here myself, just like, I'm not all fancy and making like an espresso or some shit like that. I just literally just make it with a normal ass coffee pot and all that stuff. But usually like when I make the coffee here, it's just to kind of like wake me up a little bit and just something to kind of just sip on. Definitely just a habit. But when I went to the gas station and got the coffee, I was like literally getting the jitters. I was like, holy shit. Any guesses where AF15 will stay around in prices? Dude, I do not know. Pure chaos. I think I mentioned before that like if it's 30,000 mints, like the commons could probably push like 80 gems or so. I don't think they'll overtake Marvel Comics initially, but it's going to be one of those things where someone mentioned it earlier. It's going to be a lot like Walt, where the prices will stay low and they'll increase, and then like the next day or whatever, like when prices kind of settle, people are like, all right, it seems to be safe at 80, then like all of a sudden whales will just make moves overnight. Like literally at like 2 a.m. prices will just probably just double. I do think legitimately the secret rares, any secret rare below 2.5K will just get instantly bought. So if someone has a secret rare AF15, if it's below 2.5K, it'll just get instantly purchased, no hesitation. And then I think it'll slowly just keep progressing up. Like over the weeks, it'll just go up and up and up and up. So 5 p.m. in Australia, yeah. What about SR Top Dog? Damn, almost 2 a.m. here. Yeah, got lost in time. Yeah, it happens, Tron. Yeah, I saw that Top Dog comic that they were doing for like a test. Veve was testing something, or they were doing something weird, and there was that Top Dog comic. I wonder if it's here. If you actually type it in, Top Dog. Yeah, no, it's showing us like there was like a Top Dog comic. It showed up as like briefly as a test, but you know what'd be really sick is if Veve actually had like a hidden collectible that you could buy, but you could only find it through the search bar. There's some like really, not like just literally just jibber jabber, but just like some really arbitrary like name or like character from like an IP that you would just like never hear about. Like ooh, I know, like some just silly. There is I don't know why I randomly thought of this, but there is a character in the Marvel called Ice Cream, and I kid you not, here it is. Ice Cream, Earth 616, Marvel Database. Ice Cream is not the only mutant with ice cream related powers. The other one being Croquin? I don't know. There's mutant Soft Serve who has the power to poop ice cream. So Soft Serve can poop ice cream. And then it doesn't really say his powers though. It just says he has just ice cream powers, but like what does he actually do? Powers? Mutant to transform himself into any flavor of ice cream, including banana split. That or like so that's a superhero for you guys. That is actually like a legit superhero apparently. And then Squirrel Girl is also like a classic like meme superhero. Like they always like make her defeat like insanely powerful characters like in the comics, just kind of like a meme or like a joke. Like she defeats like Thanos and stuff with just like an army of squirrels. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, they do use her a few times. It doesn't really say here, but I know there's a few stories where I think not artists, but just writers have a bit of fun and just make a funny story. I just make her defeat like insanely powerful villains just because they can. I think it'd be kind of funny if you just typed in, you know, like Squirrel Girl or something like that, where it's like there's like a hidden collectible like in a market or like the store, and that you could only buy it if you type in like some secret phrase or something like that. I think it'd be kind of cool. Cool, guys. Yeah, so any cases AF15, yeah, I'd say the commons, it's hard to say. It also really depends if it's 30 to 60k mints. I would say if it's 60k mints, like maybe the commons will be a little bit closer to like 50 or 60 gems. I still think the SRs regardless, because it's not that much of a difference. I think if you have a 60k run, you'll usually have 600 SRs, and then if you have a 30k run, you'll have 500 SRs. I don't know why it's not half and half or whatever, but usually there's just 100 less SRs, but like there's just way less of like the commons and uncommons and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's time for bed. It's midnight. You guys have been awesome. Tron Walker and whoever else in here. Jason Stag Beetle, everyone else. Hope you guys enjoy your coffee. Please double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over.